Yo, we back in the building. Caesar C's, what's going on?
What's good, people? It is officially February 31st. Fuck that leap year shit. Why the fuck do we have the shortest month? Black history went from a week to a month, and they give us the shortest one. Plus, we celebrate two white men on President's Day. So fuck all that. It's February 31st slash March 2nd, whatever. This is the blackout episode, Black Power, all that shit. With me, I got
Yo, it's Mr. Rose. Like Caesar was saying, like on February 29th, did y'all boys go to work? I know I sure didn't. I ain't working on no fake day. Bertizzi, what's up?
Shoot, 29th was Thursday, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, I went to work, bro. I went to work. The state had me go to work.
Yeah, I ain't work for free.
Juice Man. What's up?
What's up? It's your boy. Yeah, man, chilling, man. Trying to make it another day, man. Let's get it.
But yeah, this is gonna be one of the most blackest episodes we got. It's the blackout, Black Power, all that stuff. And I gotta say it 3 times. What podcast are we on? No more black tears.
No more black tears.
I need everybody to say it with me. No more black tears. No more black tears. No more black tears. Yeah.
To what C's was saying, this is the last episode for Black History Month. And like I told y'all from the jump, I was gonna give y'all people every week. So we got a bonus this week. I got 2 people for y'all. I got Ozzy Davis and I got Ruby D. Now you may not recognize those names, but I promise you, if you Google those people, you'll recognize their faces. They starred in a lot of Spike Lee movies. Ruby D was famously in Raising in the Sun with Sidney Poitier. She starred as his wife. Ozzy Davis starred in Jungle Fever as the dad of Samuel L. Jackson and Wesley Snipes. And if you've seen the movie Malcolm X, he did the narration at the end of the movie, which is actually a part of his actual eulogy at Malcolm X's actual funeral. And they was friends with Dr. King and Malcolm X. They even got arrested in the 90s for protesting a teenage boy being shot in their area. Like, these are the people that we talk about when we talk about Black history. Not just people you know, but the people that are funding the movement with their money, the people that are actively going to these marches. So don't just think about the names you think about, or you know. Also think about the people that basically chose, hey, we're doing the bus boycott. I'm not going to get on this bus this evening. I'm going to walk to work. So, happy Black History Month to everyone. Continue to do your own research, like Rose always says. You don't have to be asked to be educated. You can look for the information yourself.
And before we hop off into the first topic, we're talking about, later on, we're going to be talking about HBCUs, but somebody that actually went to HBCU doing major things in the world, Dr. Hadia Nicole Green, basically came up with a way to treat cancer using nanoparticles. She's a medical physicist. She went to the University of Alabama A&M and also went to the University of Alabama Birmingham, which is one of the most prestigious medical universities in the United States. So I mean, with that, she's basically proven to cure cancer in mice, and it takes just a 10 to 15 year period before you can move to human trials. Now she needs like between 10, 20 million just to move to human trials. This is one of those things we talk about. Black Americans have a $1.6 million buying power. This is one of those things. She even said it. She laid it out. She was like, that's 100,000 people giving $1. Some stat where it was like a couple 100,000 people giving $1. We could fund that so they can move to human trials. Who knows? It might prove to actually.
I fucks with it because I smoke hella cigarettes. So there's plenty of liquor.
And then, I
need all the help I can get.
Yeah, so everybody's been affected by cancer. But that's just, look her up. I'll post a link and all that stuff. So support that, man.
So, as C said, our first topic is about HBCUs. So they had proposed a bill in Mississippi that was going to close down schools. Not necessarily HBCUs, but one thing we have to understand as black people when it comes to a lot of these bills and laws to get passed, just like the Voter Registration Act law, even if they're not directly saying that we're closing out HBCUs, a lot of these stuff is basically implemented to affect black people. So 5 of the schools are supposed to be closed, 3 of them are HBCUs, and there was a young brother who got online and basically started celebrating this and hope that they close down all the HBCUs in America. Now, I do not know his name, but I do know his backstory because he's posting videos about it. Apparently, he's a track star at PWI, a predominantly white institution. And apparently, when he was a senior in high school, he tried out for a couple of HBCUs, and the two coaches from different schools told him, "Hey, you're not fast enough to run here." And so he went to PWI, got a full ride scholarship, and ever since then, he's had a full-fledged hate for HBCUs. C's, man, what you think about this?
So, man, it's really one of those things. Like with the law, it's not specifically targeted towards those Mississippi schools like Mississippi State, Jackson State, and that's one more I'm forgetting.
I think Alcorn State.
Alcorn State is in Mississippi too. So it's like those three schools. It's not specifically targeted to those schools, but it's like they're getting swamped with that whole bill where they're thinking about closing the school. So I mean, that's sad because it's like when you think about just the history of just HBCUs, like these schools have tradition and legacy, but the problem is a lot of these schools the funds are mismanaged, they're underfunded, and now the problem is they got foreign people coming in from, immigrants and resident students like coming from the international crowd coming in and basically getting full ride scholarships. So it's like you go on campuses, the main people you're supposed to be servicing or the student body isn't looking like what it's been historically. So it's like when you add in all those factors, just like one I've actually can attest to is Elizabeth City State University, one of the East Coast Carolina, North Carolina ECU basically switched over to the state system. So now they're basically a state school, still HBCU historically, but now they're like foray and their promotion is like, oh, it's come to ECU, it's a state school, good program. So I mean, the thing is, a lot of big problem with the HBCU is like they're not focused on, hey, let's get these black students scholarships. You have certain ones that have programs, whether it's Google, IBM, and all these other schools like North Carolina A&T has a NASCAR program where like you go to school and you learn how to be a engineer.
And that's what I was about to get. It's like if I go to HBCU, am I guaranteed to get a job?
Yeah.
You gotta have the jobs in place. And that's when we get back to race and who's running the money and what's going on, because it doesn't really matter what school you go to. You get a job?
It's like, do you have those connections? Like, does a school have the connections to get you like the program, like these what's it called? Incubation. It's like an incubation program where like Harvard has direct lines to law firms that say, hey, we hire Harvard students, and then it's like John Hopkins. We hire John Hopkins.
Wall Street, just the whole Wall Street.
And then like
you're at an Ivy League school, you go to Wall Street. If you're in finance, you got a job.
MIT, UC Berkeley.
Just your name by itself, and that's the thing. That's the thing why I hate to admit it, I was scared because I could easily went to 2 or 3 full ride scholarships to HBCUs, but then it's like, what I'm supposed to do? Times are changing. They see a black school on my resume. Now they know I'm black. You see what I'm saying? I have a proper name. They don't know if I'm white or black from my name. But yet, when they see the school I went to, oh, black, throw it in the trash.
Grambling. But I mean, a prime example is just what I was talking about. Dr. Green Nicole, she went to a undergrad at a black school. It doesn't prove. So, like, if you need one example, say, oh, am I going to get a quality education? It's
not about the education, it's about getting the job.
But she did it without all the accolades. Like, hey, you need to go to Harvard Medical or John Hopkins University to even get, like, she's done something that's leaps and bounds around all these other top researchers and shit. So, but I mean, the big problem is, let's take one for example, Allen University in Columbia, South Carolina. Okay. You drive through it, the shit's in the hood.
All of them in the hood.
That's what I'm saying. It's like,
HBCUs in the hood.
Why are we not building up the university? Like, why are we always hearing about mismanagement of funds? Payne University fucked up. Like, that's Augusta. Why did they were on, for a 3-year stretch, they were on probation by the state and the federal government for mismanagement of funds.
Yeah, because
that shit makes me not want to go there.
So let me ask you a question, C's. Well, the first thing to what Juiceman was saying, it is about trying to get a job. Like, yes, she did, do it without it, but it's just much easier. No offense, when you do go to these predominantly, I ain't gonna say predominantly white schools, these pristine schools, because you can go to a school that's predominantly white, but if it doesn't have the pipeline, it's still hard to get a job. So that's why some people do, strive to go to Stanford, Princeton, St. John's, these schools that they know, hey, when I graduate, I'm going to have connections and stuff because, it's all about networking. It's not what you know, who you know.
Who you know.
And but the second thing is when we talked about last weekend, you wasn't here, see, it's good to have you back. But we talked about last weekend about the importance of building stuff on different sides of town. My question is, who dictates where this stuff gets built? So when you ask why is that HBCU built in the hood, well, who in that city, whether it's the mayor, the city councilman, the board regulators, the people who decide the zoning laws and all that, who dictate that? Like,
it's been done.
I can argue that it's a group of white people that are purposely putting these HBCUs in the hood. So when people say, hey, we want to build HBCUs.
And in the hood, in the zoning, it's called the red zones. That's where the blacks live.
Red line.
Yeah, they red line. It's like, okay, y'all want to college? They got to be built here.
But I mean, the historic, they've been there since 1800.
Yeah.
So it's like, it just happens to be that where these places are at, it's the neighborhoods around it is fucked up.
No, that's not by accident because if I get a black bank, and let's say in 1805, a black bank was built in Grovetown, and now it's 2024. The way that they built Grovetown up, they're not going to build Grovetown up. They're going to say, okay, it's a black bank here. It's owned by black people. We can't take that land from them probably. So everything that we're trying to build up, we're going to build somewhere else. Yeah, so you're right, C's. Like, yeah, some of these schools was already built before the white people made them the hood. But over time, if you know the education of that, like they can turn a neighborhood into the hood. Like that's something that they historically have done. And my next comment was to address what you said about the funding. Yeah, I hear that a lot about how the funds are mismanaged at HBCUs, and I don't disagree. We gotta do better as white people, but I do want to I would be remiss. My bad. We gotta do better. We gotta do better as black people. My bad. But I would be remiss.
He's live, folks.
But I'd be remiss on a serious note if I did not mention
in the mirror.
On a serious note, I'd be remiss if I did not mention this though. For us to say that, we are making it seem like these white schools don't have the same issues. Like these white schools be funneling money out of their different bank accounts. The only difference is we may not hear about it because they got so much money.
We hear about it.
They got so much money that, hey, if a school is worth $2 billion and someone's funneling $2 million, you might not hear about that.
No.
And in some situations, you do hear about
it. You always hear about it, but here it is. You're Caucasian, guess what? You get the slap on the wrist.
And it's like when you run the town,
if you black, we gonna hang your motherfucking ass. Ain't shit ain't changed.
So so that's something that we got to be fair about. Like, yeah, should these HBCUs be fucking up the funds? No, they should not. But on the flip side, when we say that, let's make sure we also state that, man, these white schools fuck up the money too.
But I'm saying it's like we're not holding you, the president or the dean or the account manager, at a higher standard. We're saying, why is it that when you get hired, you've been here for the last 10 years, you served on the board, then you got hired as the president. Why the fuck, when you get in office, you're basically lining your pockets up rather than helping the community? Because you're getting paid. Like these colleges, I don't give a fuck. All these teachers, whether it's a state school, a city school, they make decent money. The teachers don't get paid. Teachers don't get paid, but these fucking professors and these fucking board six figures plus, depending on the school, like Howard, Hampton. Why the fuck? Howard used to be one of my I used to hold that shit in high esteem, very high esteem. But then you hear about a school like Howard, which is supposed to be, the comparison is like you got a handful of schools that's like Ivy League HBCUs. Howard's one of them. They got a lot of doctors and a lot of business majors that go to do great things. Then you got schools like Morehouse. I don't hear bad things about Morehouse. So I'll say that. Spelman, Morehouse, I don't hear bad things about. But Howard, Hampton, Grambling, Southern, all these other schools, you hear about the stories where it's like, did somebody white hire you, or are you just being greedy? Are you serving an agenda, or are you just being greedy, saying "fuck these schools"? I'm gonna line my pockets.
Man, it's
No,
both. But it's both.
It's handed down. It's like
It's both seeds because you get people who, no offense, you see with the Republican primary, you get people who are these black people. They be like, hey, they really work for the white people. But then on the flip side, there's corruption in every community. Like if you talk to a group of Indians, they got corruption. If you talk to white people, they got corruption. So yes, you got black people who, yeah, I'm in this position of power. Let me see what I can get out of it. Like that's just something natural, like I was saying about you got the same issues that the PWIs, But one of the things that I said on the pod last year is a lot of us as black people, if we live in an area that's an HBCU, even if you didn't attend the HBCU, think about trying to donate to the HBCU. That could help, especially if you graduated from HBCU. Think about donating to your HBCU because a lot of these schools, like these Bamas and Georgias and stuff like that, they got people who graduate from these schools. They write checks to their schools every single year.
Mm-hmm.
Like Deion Sanders
they do it for the kids.
Deion Sanders spoke on it before he left Jackson State. That look at the numbers of graduates from HBCUs and look at the percentage of how much they give back, and they're not doing that. Like how you name Howard. Think about the people who graduated from Howard. The reason why Howard
you gonna do it when you ain't got a job, man?
I mean, that's a fair point. But what about the people who do got jobs? They come from these HBCUs. Because some of these people could become small business owners. Some of these people become doctors and lawyers. Like what you just said about the doctor that you talked about, the scientist. Like, hey, I wonder, does she donate to the HBCU that she went to do her undergraduate?
Probably.
But I'm saying a lot of these people not seeds, and that's the problem.
And then that's the thing is like the boosters. You see, like name a school, name an SEC school. Shit, name one Big Ten school,
LSU,
Pac-10. Them boosters. Man, where do you think they get all the money for the damn NIL? It ain't the school. It's these boosters.
I mean, that's the point.
So I mean, that's
they love it though. It's school pride. Yeah, I only made 100,000, and I'm gonna give 10% to my school because one day I'm gonna have a kid, and they gonna show it. Bruh, it's in the system. Oh yeah, you can get into school. Why you getting into school? Because your mom been giving us $10,000 every year until you fucking came, motherfucker. So your tuition already been paid once.
Why you think the library got your last name on it?
Shit, I'm trying to tell you, man. Ain't nothing new.
Hey, DJ Rose, you got any thoughts on this?
Yeah. So basically, the bill is trying to. It's not like C said. It's not picking out these schools, but they're focusing on enrollment going down. And the thing about this thing in Mississippi, the high school graduation rate is going down. So that's pretty much causing the rates of some of their colleges to go down. And what I was surprised by is that these HBCUs in Mississippi are public schools because it wasn't. These are the public schools that this thing's going to affect. So, like a lot of the HBCUs in Georgia are private schools, but these HBCUs in Mississippi are public schools. I was surprised by that because this law is only affecting the public schools. So it's like I was surprised because at one point I thought all HBCUs were private schools.
Nah, a lot of them they switched over to the state system where they were public schools now. So like Elizabeth City, Jackson State, name a school they might be.
Quick question: so is the difference there?
State cheaper.
States
a whole lot cheaper.
States cheaper.
They're cheaper, but
federal funding.
They get
federal and state funding
because
private schools do not.
Okay, that makes sense.
And then
a lot of HBCUs, like we discussed earlier, the funds just ain't there for them. Continue, Rose.
Yeah, so that's the reason why they're trying to, because the state is spending so much money on all these schools, but the high school graduation rate is so low, they don't have enough students to attend the schools. And that's why they want to try to close some of them down. But it just happened to be that the ones that had the most enrollment that going down or the HBCUs that are in that state. So it's kind of it's a two-handed sword, but it's kind of, but you can't expect for people to go to college, and then your high school graduation rate is going down. And I was talking to somebody about Florida. They're trying to pass a law that they're making that when you're at a certain age, like under when you're 16 or so, you only can work a certain amount of hours when you're in high school. So
It's always been like that.
yes, but they're trying to make a law that they're trying to get rid of that. So they can work pretty much full time.
So that sounds like slavery to me.
So
Modern day slavery to me.
And basically that's what they're doing. They want people because once young kids get a taste of money, that's the only thing they're thinking about.
Yeah.
So once they get the taste of money, they want them to drop out of high school and work these low end jobs so they have somebody to fill them.
Right.
And they're trying to push out the immigrants so they won't do them, and then they're trying to force the high school graduates to start working
Basically,
them
low wages.
to work those low wages and things like that. But
It's crazy.
It's messed up. But I think they need to start focusing on, I guess, the high school and the middle school and things like that. Just so that the population could go up, because most of the time people ain't leaving. People ain't going from Georgia to go to Mississippi to go to that HBCU or whatnot. They go to a HBCU that's in there
local.
Bro, when the last time you heard anybody say I'm going to Mississippi? Bro, let's be real, bro.
Yeah.
Like
I ain't heard that,
bro,
but
it's the same Mississippi that just took the Confederate flag down as one of their state flags a couple years ago.
Yeah,
But let's see.
But I'm just saying. So yeah, exactly. People. That's what I say. People from other states ain't going there, so that's why they need to focus in state.
Oh, no, I'm agreeing with you, bro.
And promotion,
like Mississippi did it to themselves. Like them crackers over there, that racist that black people even in 2024 don't want to go to Mississippi, bro. Like I'm 30 some years old. I don't want to go to Mississippi if I don't have to, because I still hear horror stories about how they be treating black people to this day, in the words of Deontay Wilder. But to what you said, Rose, about why they made this law, it's kind of crazy because so your answer for the fucked up high school graduation rate is to basically fuck up the colleges instead of saying we need to put more money in the high school and middle school system so we can get better teachers, get better books, like create ways where these kids can graduate, maybe do the opposite of what Florida's doing and create more laws to restrict kids that's in high school from working so they can focus on school. Find out maybe, hey, why is these kids not graduating? Maybe they come from a single parent household where their background is fucked up. So let's invest in the community so they can just focus on going to school. Because I'm be real, you're not worried about reading To Kill a Mockingbird or Frankenstein if you're going to bed hungry every night.
Yeah, but that might be the reason. But that might be part of the reason why they're trying to close down the colleges, so they can probably funnel some of that money to the high schools. I don't know, but that's a possibility. But it just seems like it's always funny.
Right? Because that's what they're gonna say. Like when they get asked them questions, the politicians gonna say, "Well, that's why we're doing this." But
we know
they're not gonna phone that money that's going to these HBCUs and these other colleges they're closing down towards these schools. If they do, let me keep this real. If they do, it's not going to be the schools that have a majority black population. We know that for a fact.
But the thing about it is,
they're going to funnel it to the schools that mostly got white kids attending them.
Yeah, but the thing about it is, it's a bill. So people in Mississippi need to write their congressmen and their representatives and tell them, no, don't vote for it. So everybody that's in Mississippi, y'all need to do y'all job. If y'all don't like this, then y'all need to do your job, because we can't do nothing about it here in Georgia. We can't do nothing about it. Anybody can't do nothing about it but y'all people in Mississippi. So all listeners in Mississippi, y'all need to write y'all congressmen and y'all representatives and let them know that no, you don't want them to vote for that bill.
And before we move on, I do want to ask, my bad, Steve, you got something?
So before we move on, my last question is to everybody, like, what's your thoughts on, like, the status of HBCUs? Like, would you want your kid, if you were an 18-year-old going to college, would you go to an HBCU? Would you want your kids and your family to go to an HBCU? It's like, do you feel like there's things to be improved on that they need to do, or is it just like,
I can't say if there's things that need to be improved on, because I haven't been to one, but yeah, I would want my kids or family to go to HBCU if they can afford it.
I want to tweak your question, C's, and ask back to you. Why is there so much? Because the video started with hate. Why are there a lot of black people? Because I see online, not just this dude, I see a lot of black people that be hating on HBCU. And they be giving the opposite response of what Rose just said. They don't want their kids to attend a HBCU. They won't attend an HBCU. Like, why do you think that in our own community that we have that kind of hatred towards something that has been a pillar in our communities for over 100 years?
Over 100 years. So it's like, 100 years plus. It's like the original purpose, they're no longer serving. It's like going from when you couldn't go to certain schools, whether it was Indiana, like there was HBCUs in Indiana. I'm like, what the fuck are they doing having the HBCU in Indiana for? And it's not like they opened it up in 1960 something or 1890 something. HBCUs in the Midwest, West Coast, California, Arkansas, the South, East Coast, wherever. You can basically just look up a bunch of HBCUs. There's a ton of them, whether they're private or public. And it's like they're no longer serving their primary purpose. They opened up with integration. They opened up the floodgates for, hey, you can go to whatever school you want as long as you can afford it. But when I hear about a school like Howard or Hampton that's supposed to be the Ivy Leagues or the HBCUs, and they got fucked up, don't like shit like mold on the dorms, that should be the least of your worries. Like people walking through the campus in DC, it's gentrified. The whole area around the school is gentrified now. You got Karen walking her dog through talking about, why are these people here? It's like, bitch, we been here. You just got here. When DC used to be Chocolate City, it's like, and you look at all these different small institutions where it's like they're in the middle of the hood. If it's in the middle of the hood, put the cops there. Build up the area around it. Open up a barbershop. Open up a restaurant. Put the Board of Education on the main street. Like, build up around it. Don't just leave it in the hood and just let it be like, oh, I want that HBC experience, but because I made that choice, now I have to suffer where I'm not getting the proper facilities where I lay my head. The food's fucked up. Or whether it's Bethune-Cookman, where Ed Reed was talking about where there was trash around the stadium. There was fucking crackheads and drug addicts walking up and through. Like, you're taking an ice bath on the track field. There's not even a gate. When my own high school, my alma mater, has a fucking gate. That's bare minimum. I have a gate to stop anybody from just walking in. You at least got to make an effort. You got to hop a fence. And then it's like, what the fuck is this motherfucker doing? Like, we going to see him like, if we on the track taking an ice bath, coach is going to be like, who is that? Hey, y'all. Hey, everybody back up on this side. We got some shit going on. Call the safety officer, whatever. And then you probably got a big ass coach linebacker be like, hey, y'all good. Y'all keep doing what y'all doing. I got y'all.
Hey, Juice Man.
Yes, sir.
What you think? Why do you think that it's a lot of black people that got hate for HBCUs? And to C's point, would you be okay if your children decide to go to the HBCU one day?
I think I already said something about this, but I look at it like this. HBCUs was necessary back in Jim Crow. Back when black folks couldn't be around white folks. Now is it really necessary? No. Just take the name off the school. It doesn't have to be HBCU no more, I don't think. It's just a school. It's just a college. And then the real thing is, like you say, for the lawyers, for the doctors, for the veterinarians, for all the people that got a serious ass job, can you pass that board? It's the bar. It's like, can you pass the bar? If the school can teach you what you need to learn to pass the bar, okay. It's no white schools, it's no black schools. It's just a fucking school. They're teaching you how to get the job, to get your qualifications, to make the money. As long as the school can do that, they need to stay open. No black, no white. Whoever want to come can come. But, like they say, in-state, out-state. Tuition a little bit different. We got to get this money. Hey, it is what it is.
Yeah, man, my final thoughts, man. We got to have pride in our community. So whenever we see an issue, the first way to answer a problem is by finding out why the problem exists. So like to your point, C's, you pointed at a lot of the issues going to HBCUs. We as Black people got to try to find ways to improve these issues. But I made the argument, Juice Man, that I think they still need it because there's a lot of educated Black people that I know that don't know about their own history as Black people. Like you can have conversations with some of these Black people, they don't understand some of the stuff that we went through back in the day to be where we are now. And more importantly, I always talk about history.
And they probably won't.
If you don't know your past, it's hard for you to really, know
they don't teach you that in HBCU though, I don't think.
Now they have a lot of these classes at HBCUs, and a lot of kids talk about.
So that means you're taking a Black history class.
That's part of the curriculum.
I'll say this: a lot of these colleges,
some of them, I think,
even PWIs, and I'm going to speak from my standpoint. I attended some PWIs. They have mandatory classes you take for their institution,
and that's how I think
that's
now.
Rotation.
No, but nowadays I think all of them are like that. They have a freshman class that you
orientation.
take, and they also have sophomore class that you take.
That's finance.
No, not like just
based around in sophomore class is finance. Yeah.
No, I'm talking about based on their school.
Like school.
Before they didn't do that, but now they do that.
And when you hear a lot of people who went to HBCUs talk, most of the time, it seems like they got a better sense of who they are as a Black person, and they got a better sense of community. That's the other part of the HBCU is, especially for these Black people that may grow up in areas that's predominantly white, going to HBCU could be good for them because it's the first time in your life that you're around people that look like you, feel like you, think like you, and you can actually talk to people like, hey, my hair be nappy too. So what do you be doing? I'm just saying, like, how do you be, doing your hair and stuff like that? These are conversations that we have in the community, and you'll hear certain situations. But regardless, like you said, try to go to the best school for you if you can, and try to get the best job because as a people, money is going to be the way out of a lot of our problems. So moving on before we move on to TNT, I saw DJ Rose enjoying a fresh beverage, and we're drinking Presidente
Dominicana Republic. Republica Dominicana.
A Dominican beer, and we also drinking some rum tonight too.
Sipping that Captain Morgan. I just see the commercial, so I had to grab a bottle. That spice rum, with the Madagascar vanilla. Sipping something smooth tonight.
So moving on to TNT.
Dynamite.
Boom.
So the first TNT is definitely.
Hold on. It's not just regular dynamite. It's that black dynamite.
Oh shit.
It's that black
Dynamite. Okay, let's go.
Yeah, this first TNT is definitely explosive. A young individual by the name of Trevante Helton, a 29-year-old African American, in North Georgia, was found hanging, I want to say last week, off of a hiking trail. The local sheriff department, they haven't ruled the cause of death yet. I mean, of course, it's due to the hanging, but they don't know if it's a suicide attempt or was this a homicide potentially. On top of that, the GBI has gotten involved. And, for those who know anything about the GBI, when they get involved, they usually try to get shit done. I will say this, there is backdrop that he was apparently dating a white girl. I say that because when people was talking about him being lynched, the brother of the white girl came out and basically started posting, not tweets, but leaking text messages saying that no, he killed himself, because he has issues going on at home, and I guess his sister was going to break up with him or something like that. So the brother was definitely saying, y'all need to try to stop making this bigger than what it is. This is tragic, but he did it himself. Tears or no tears?
It's always going to be tears. It's 2024. Did that anti-lynching bill that where lynching is a hate crime, automatically a hate crime, and it's got a mandatory sentence of like 25. It's like more severe than just a regular murder. Like if you're proven to be hate motivated, whether it's racial, religious, or otherwise, wasn't it only 2013 where they started putting it in office? Did that bill ever get passed? That's something I actually got to go back
You
and look
talking
at.
about the anti-lynch bill?
Yeah, did it ever
Yeah,
get
Joe
passed?
Budden passed it.
Joe Biden.
My bad. Joe Biden passed my bad.
So, I mean, with that being said, it's like, hey, let's be honest. Let's just be honest. The highlight was the pandemic. There was literally 4 cases I can name off the top of my head. 2 of them were in California, of all states, where a black person was dead and hanging from a tree. I'm gonna just be honest. This is disclaimer. This is not saying you should do it, or if you need help, get help. What black person is gonna off themselves by lynching themselves? The historical implications is just like there's a lot of other ways to go out. So it's like, this ain't jail. We ain't talking about somebody in jail. You're actually going to take a noose, swing yourself up in a tree, and then off yourself. Who's gonna do that in 2024? What black person is gonna do that?
Yeah, I agree with you, Steve, man. I feel like if it's a black person that has a sense of awareness of being black, they wouldn't do that.
Even then, it's like you can.
Man,
I'm not gonna harp on the subject.
I'm not trying to be mean. Some of these coons don't see themselves as being niggas. Man.
I'm not gonna harp on the subject.
So I can see a black person who doesn't identify themselves as being black, not seeing nothing wrong with that. But I feel like most black people who identify themselves as black and take pride in themselves, like
that show themselves ahead.
No. You because killing yourself is one thing. Like
it's the way you go out, and it's the implications.
You got to look at it like this. You had to go to the store, buy a rope. You had to tie a noose. Now, I don't know if y'all have actually seen a noose in person. I've seen a noose in person twice. Every time I've seen a noose in person, as a black person, it made me feel some type of way.
It's the same with like a cattle.
You tie this noose now, not feel no type of way when you tie the noose. Walk into the woods, find a tree that was sturdy enough to hold your weight, because you got to understand, most men are going to be probably 185 to 200 pounds.
Then you probably got to climb the tree, then hop off, and
you gotta throw the rope in the tree, tie it to the tree, climb in the tree, put it around your neck, and then basically jump, knowing what it's gonna do. When you really could have just hung yourself in your room.
That's what I was thinking. Like how are we going about this?
And that's my whole point. Because if I see a black person hung himself in their room, I mean, hey, bro, you might have been sad or whatever. But for you to have to literally lynch yourself in a tree. Man, that just takes a lot, Juice, man. That takes a lot as a black person.
It does. And I don't see any black person actually hanging themselves from a tree. I don't see any black person doing that shit.
So I definitely got tears, man, because it's 2024.
And
this is one of them situations where I'm going to say something that's going to be crazy. Man, I hope he did kill himself, man. Only for the simple fact of I hope there wasn't a group of white people that came out there in 2024 and thought it was okay to lynch a person, because there's all these white people and there's these black people that tell me on TV and in person, oh, it's 2024, racism ain't alive, it's okay for us to elect Trump. Well, hey, I just want y'all to explain how did we have a black person get hung in a tree? There was a boy in South Carolina like 3-4 years ago that got hung at a jungle gym set. And then we got a boy in Valdosta within the last 5-6 years who got rolled up in a mat, and they said he did that to himself.
Black market for that one.
I want y'all motherfuckers to explain to me what's going on, since racism in 2024 is no longer alive. I feel like if you say that, either you ignorant or you ain't never lived in the South. Because even though I'm only 30 years old and I was born in the 90s, hey, the South is still racist as fuck.
The thing is, you ain't got to just be in the South, but to that Valdosta state, that Valdosta situation, this is a quick sidebar. I'm not going to drag it out. Black market organ trade. That's all I got to say about that one. Look that up. Look it up.
No, I know about it.
So I got tears to see that strange fruit hanging in the tree. But I know Vertizi was talking about in the South Georgia, but people don't know North Georgia is more racist than South Georgia is.
Still the South. It's all the South, man.
No, he's talking about South Georgia.
No, I said the South.
Oh,
like Texas, Mississippi,
yeah, but
the South.
What county was it?
It was North.
I forgot the county, but I know it was in North Georgia.
Yeah, but North Georgia. Well, I'm just talking about Georgia as far as like because when he said Valdosta, so
True.
I might have made a
Nah, you good, bro.
But North Georgia is more racist than it is in South Georgia. Up there, it's mostly white folks, and it's like woods and mountains and things like that. It's like wrong turn things going on up there.
Mm-hmm.
That's crazy.
So if you ever seen them, I know lots of people, everybody probably ain't seen, but you can look it up. Wrong turn. There's wrong turn things going on up there.
Yeah, them motherfuckers fucked up.
Yeah. So but just but I wanted to touch on, like you said, if a black person hung himself in the tree, it's a lot of work. It's a lot of work for anybody to hang their self in the tree, especially a high tree. Like you could. People, I seen there was a young white woman, girl, teenager. She hung herself in the tree, maybe about 8-9 years ago. But that's a lot of work.
Yeah, but I'm talking about adding the psychology of it too. That's what
I'm not.
I mean.
That's what I said. I'm not even talking about that.
Yeah.
Just the effort. Just the effort.
The effort.
Like,
This is a lot of work to do that. So it's like, because people, if you killing yourself, you ain't thinking about no psychology. But just the fact that most likely he probably did not do that himself. But I got tears, man. What we got next up?
So moving on to I ain't gonna say a happier situation, but a very robust situation. So Cam Newton, a very proud black quarterback, was caught in the news because he got jumped at one of his camps, like one of his little football organized camps. And apparently after the situation transpired, there was reports saying that he instigated because he was basically running his mouth. The two people involved said that Cam touched them first. So because he saw his brother get yoked up by Cam, he felt the need to basically, jump in. Now, in the video, Cam pretty much held his own. Cam's 6'5", he 230, 240 or whatever. But Cam did apologize and said there was no need for all of that. C's, tears or no tears?
Man, it's tears because it's like, what I hate is the fact that I saw a bunch of videos of Cam doing training camps, summer training camps and stuff with the youth. They sitting in his faces talking shit. Just like, hey, what happened in that Super Bowl game? Hey, you can't beat me off the line, just talking shit. It's like, I put this camp on for you. It is just like, I remember those summer camps, like Michael Jordan had one and Campbell University in North Carolina had one I was supposed to go to. Never went to, but I was supposed to go. Michael Jordan had a camp, and you see the videos of Michael Jordan dunking on kids, hey, if I get these next shots, y'all got free balls for everybody. Bet. Just wetting that shit. 3 shots, just wetting. It was like, nobody getting no free Nikes, nobody getting no free Jordans. But it just goes to show you, when people try to do stuff that's good for the community, the youth of today, which I always had a discussion with Ortiz, is we got issues that are in each of our communities, whether it's the Hispanic, Latino community, Asian community, Indian community, whatever. Name a community, they got their own issues. But you have overall society, I do it by countries. So it's whatever's the main culture of the country. American culture right now is just disrespectful stuff. You can't paint it up for me. I'm not gonna agree with it. So it's it trickles down. These kids gonna wild out, talk shit. So it's seeing that video and then going to seeing that clip right afterwards. I'm just damn. I'm already in the mindset of these guys fucking with Cam because he put this shit on. This is his shit. They feel some type of way. Maybe they lost the game or something. So it's fucked up. It's tears. It's when you try to put some shit on from the youth, the highlight of your shit, the whole tournament, I could go look up the tournament. When I look it up on Google or whatever search engine, I see the news of it. It's going to be fight breaks out among, what was it, TCP group or some shit. They got a record label or some production company that they run their team off of. So it's they got a legitimate business, but the highlight of your shit now is going to be your leaders, your executives fighting Cam Newton. So I'm not gonna look at y'all like as, oh, this is a production company I should probably look at. Nah, it's y'all motherfuckers was fighting Cam Newton. I don't know what for. And the angle I saw, the first video I saw, it was they was in each other's face talking shit, whatever happened. I don't know the backstory of what happened. But it was Cam was holding his own against two other motherfuckers. And then I seen the meme. Once I seen the meme, I was like, yeah, I probably would want to fight Cam myself. Because that nigga was smiling. He was on the Panthers, had a motherfucking yoked up. Two motherfuckers holding him back. Cam was smiling, yoking this nigga up. So I'm like, it's some bullshit. Tears. It's not for them. Fuck them. It's the kids in the organization. So
Yeah, I got tears, man. But first of all, man, Cam a big motherfucker, bro. Like, I just described how tall he was, 6'5", 230, 240. Ain't nobody flinch, man. First of all, if you met a motherfucker that was built like Cam in real life, that's a big motherfucker. And in the words of Bomani Jones, as he said on his pod, that's the only way you can describe Cam, as big motherfucker.
hey, shout out to Bomani, man.
So, because if I saw Cam, I'd be like, damn, that's a big motherfucker. TV don't do him justice. But with that being said, man, I heard with everything you said about American culture being disrespectful. Peyton Manning and Eli Manning has had a Manning camp since 1996. Like, I looked that up, early in the week. So that's like 20-something years they had that camp. Shannon Sharp brought up a good point on Nightcap. What the videos of the kids disrespecting Peyton Manning and Eli Manning? And Eli Manning, let's keep it real, he got 2 Super Bowl rings. But when they played in the league, if we just going on what they did in the season, ain't nobody in this table ain't nobody taking regular season.
He got the rings, but
ain't nobody at this table taking regular season Eli Manning over regular season Cam Newton. Now postseason, that's a whole different discussion.
Playoff, I'll give
they're
you
the
this.
same person.
I give you this.
No.
Playoff Eli, that man.
He
that man.
We
He
not
that dude.
Disrespect Cam Newton, a black quarterback like that, because he got a league MVP. Name me the list of black quarterbacks that have that at that house right now. A league MVP. It's only 4.
Mm-hmm.
And the NFL been around for over 100 years.
And probably only one got a Super Bowl.
So we're gonna it's hard to get that though.
Yeah,
so we're gonna respect Cam Newton though.
Yeah,
because it's a lot of these white boys. They ain't got a league MVP. They ain't got
That's all that matters though.
They ain't got no Super Bowl ring.
Black side.
They ain't been to no Super Bowl. And guess what? They in the Hall of Fame. Dan Fouts. If you don't know him, look him up. Played quarterback for the Chargers back in the day. So let's just be respectful about that. But with that being said, though, like, bro, it's our community, sees. Because even the way we just joking right now about Cam, it's our community about how we look at our black people.
But check it though.
Because they don't. Because they don't disrespect Eli like that.
But check it, like I'm saying, because I've been to camps that had that. This wasn't a camp. This is 7-on-7. So, but camps usually have like little kids and things like that. But this is a 7-on-7, and they have different age ranges. And there was videos of people disrespecting Cam. I think I don't think there's videos of anybody else being disrespected other than Cam. And I done been to camps.
Other black athletes have came out this week and said that do happen to them in their camps too.
With the camps I've been to camps, and it's all love. I haven't it probably was some that said that. Who else said it?
Well, there was actually a video a couple years ago when you was talking about Michael Jordan dunking on kids. Apparently, it all started because them kids said we could take your old ass.
Yeah, I'm saying, but what other NFL
Ryan Clark
players?
talked about it. Ryan Clark said
at his camp they talked trash to him.
No. He said that James Harrison, was talking about how there's a lot of people he know that was in the NFL that they stopped doing some of the camps in certain areas because of how bad it's gotten in the community.
Well, that's good. That's good for them because they should stop. They should stop.
But that's why I got tears, Rose, because imagine you got a son or daughter. Well, I was still talking with you.
Oh, go ahead and finish.
But imagine if you got a son or daughter and you want them to be able to learn from someone that's on Cam Newton's level. Like, that's a tragedy that someone like Cam Newton.
Sitting there talking like if your son went to a football camp, he was basically talking shit with his friends. He was like, you weren't there, like you just dropped him off. He was with his friends and he started talking shit to Cam Newton. It's like, damn, man. Well, chill out a little bit, like have some type of respect,
But my point is, it's a tragedy if we lose these people in the community. Because for a kid who's in high school right now, who doesn't know if he can make it to the NFL, as someone who watches a lot of Hall of Fame speeches, this be a lot of these players who say, I went to Walter Payton training camp, I went to this training camp, and when I went to this training camp, it was the first time I realized I could basically probably make it to the NFL. And that's why I think it's a tragedy, because you lose the opportunity to learn from these people who've been there. Juice Man?
Oh man.
Oh shit.
Oh man.
Shit. Ooh.
Liquor kicking in. Liquor is kicking in.
Oh no. Here we go.
If I got a disrespectful ass kid,
No more black tears. No more black tears.
nobody coming to the camp talking that shit, guess what? Fuck them. Fuck them motherfuckers, man. Your kid ain't shit. Might never be shit. You had to pay the $200 to come see me. What the fuck going on? What we talking about right now? Now I'm getting pissed. Okay. Manners, bro. That's all it is. Manners.
Mm-hmm.
Because some people don't realize, shit, man, they funky ass life might not be worth shit. I hate to say it like that, but shit is what it is, man.
Yeah, and you're 100% right, but most of the time, like with these camps, and that's why people talk trash, because my parent paid his money to be here, but the ones that are free, they're mostly respectful, the free camps, but it doesn't matter if somebody paid or not. It shouldn't be disrespected at all, especially if they're coming out and doing something for you. But the thing about it is, a lot of these pro athletes, they're coming out and doing stuff because of their self for a tax write-off. They're not doing it just because I love these kids, I want to do this. Because if that was the case, then they wouldn't be charging people for it. They would just be doing it. But last time they charge people, they promote stuff, they use it for a tax write-off, and they getting over on the people, and they're inviting people that just don't need to be there.
Okay, sounds like plan.
Can I ask a question, Rose? Because I do agree. Like, some of these prices do be ridiculous. I'm not even going to, but I will say this. Let's just say we got to pay. Because, we pay to go see rappers and concerts and stuff like that.
There you go.
Yeah. If you got a kid and you feel like he could be a good basketball player, and LeBron James is having a camp in Augusta, Georgia, and he's going to be working with your kid for a whole week with Carmelo Anthony, Kyrie Irving, and NBA trainers, what's an appropriate amount of money for that then? Because to me, that seems like valuable training being done, because you're working with NBA caliber. Because a lot of these camps, they bring NBA/NFL trainers.
They're not even going to tell them the real tricks of the trade. They're not going to tell them. They ain't going to tell them.
It's a difference between a camp, like
just a league,
and the league. Like, this was a league. Like, it's a 707 league. This wasn't like a camp. Like it's a difference between a camp.
No, that's why I specify league. I mean camp, because I'm not talking about.
And it's all.
I'm talking about camp. That's why I asked camp.
And like a summer camp. There's nothing wrong with, like I said, there's nothing wrong with paying to go see it.
So just specifically these leagues where they're playing for fun, that's what you were just talking about.
Yeah, like when you like camps are different from like the league. Like, this is a league and they're talking trash and all that stuff, but as far as camp, there's nothing wrong with them paying money to go see them. But I'm just saying, sometimes they bring the wrong people to these camps.
No,
they should be able to have to write an essay or be able to
show that you qualify to come to this camp.
Yes. Other than just my mama got her taxes and paid $200.
Paid $200-$300 or whatever.
And
I agree with that. But I will say this though, like, to what you said, for the parents that can afford it so easily, those are probably the kids that's being disrespectful. But if your mom's a janitor or a housekeeping lady and she busts her back for 12 hours, and you know how hard it was for to pay that little $250 or $400 for you to go to this day camp or week camp, those kids are probably there trying to soak as much knowledge. So Hey, if you one of them kids, keep on soaking it up. Because one thing I love about the NBA, and I know Rose watches it like me. You see people like Ant-Man, Kyrie, Devin Booker, and what you always see when they become stars. You see pictures of them when they was in high school next to Kevin Durant, Kobe Bryant, LeBron James, and what they always say, "Oh, I went to his camp when I was this old or whatever."
They always knew. We always knew he was special.
And that's the stuff I love seeing.
But the only thing that hurts my heart with that is because, like I always say, in the next 5 years, if you're not rich or your parents don't make $100,000 each, you're not gonna be in the league. You're not gonna make it.
AAU killing it.
You're not gonna make it to the league anymore. Like in the next 5 years, everybody, all these people like Michael Vick and Allen Iverson and all
people
that
who grew up with the struggle, eating baked beans and toast for dinner.
You won't see those guys anymore. You won't see them anymore, and basically because you won't see them anymore because of the money aspect, and also because, especially in basketball, the foreigners are going to take all those jobs because they're fundamentally sound.
You sound like a Trump supporter when
Wait. Hold on, no. We're not gonna do that. That's another side point because we got it's a whole topic or discussion on immigration in America. But I will say this though, AAU is killing the league as far as like the whole aspects of the league. But it's like the main point we all said it's a level of respect you have. Just like if you're going to these camps talking shit, and it's like these kids saw them fight. So now what the fuck is the fallout from these kids? The guys that actually played on the field, not the coaches, the kids, the 17-year-olds, 16-year-olds that played on the field. What are they thinking now? That's just my biggest question. I'm gonna end it on that.
Yeah, moving on to fallout, jobs, and talking. Rose sent a video of the Memphis mayor. He always say I'm from Memphis.
Well,
the Memphis mayor sat down with a lot of the gang members of the community and asked for a week of ceasefire.
7 days. Can I just get 7 days of no killings, no shootings, no violence? That's it. That's all I want.
They're gonna fuck it up because they did that before.
And then they said, yeah, they agreed to it. He sat down with the leaders and was trying to figure out what could he and his cabinet do so that basically they could stop a lot of the killings that's been going on. And a lot of the leaders basically said, hey man, we try, a lot of our people need jobs and they need good paying jobs. That's why they in the street putting this work in right now. And the mayor said that he was going to try to come up with solutions. And I know when me and C's talked about it, he gave a very impassionate speech. So let the people know what you was thinking, C's. Tears or no tears?
I'd be heartless to say no tears. It's tears for the kids and the families and the people that live in these communities that have to go through this shit daily. It's always tears for them. But it's no tears for these gang leaders and these big time drug dealers. What happened to the days when we said, I don't know who the fuck said it. Was it Ronald Reagan or somebody? He said, we don't negotiate with terrorists. Mm-hmm. The fuck shit that pissed me off was this motherfucker said, yeah, the kids getting jobs, that's what we need. The youngins, they need good paying jobs. Keep them out the streets. Give them something so they don't have to turn to the streets. But these fucking drug leaders that had their stripes, the ones that's 25 years old, the ones that's 30 years old, the ones that's 40 years old, that's running the fucking hood. Y'all motherfuckers don't get to dictate shit and say, you're not Pablo Escobar. You don't get to tell the fucking government, you're going to get me a good job and I'm not going to do jail time. No, fuck you. Fuck you. We don't negotiate with terrorists. All this bullshit you talking about, oh, I want a good paying job. Like, how you go from one day, you the biggest drug dealer in your city, to the next day, you are a master plumber making $50 a fucking hour. We don't negotiate with terrorists. Fuck that shit. It's just like, you got to pay the price for the bullshit you did in the streets. Like, it's not 1950 something where the mob had the whole government sold up. You might try to do that shit, But in 2024, that shit doesn't fly, nigga. It doesn't fucking fly. So it's like, I understand the sentiments, and you got to take the people, care of the people under you. But it's like, if you the biggest dealer in your city, and the mayor comes to you and says, "Hey, we got way too much violence. I need y'all to hold it for 7 days, minimum 7 days."
He can't do it.
Where's the city like you got 20 murders in a month?
He can't do it.
And it's like if these two biggest dealers in these two neighborhoods said
they're not dealers,
or dealers or gangs. It's all, to me. I'm looking at it from the same.
It sometimes it intertwines.
It intertwines.
He can't do it because you always got that one knucklehead.
But I'm saying, for the most part, if you say, "Hey, it's a truce for 7 days,"
it don't matter if it's a
don't
truce.
let shit fly. But they gon' But the hood is gonna take care of that one motherfucker. They said, "We ain't doing shit on this day. From this day, don't let no shit slide." You got that one random motherfucker that's let some shit.
It's gonna be more than one, but yeah,
the hood is gonna naturally take care of it. But I'm saying from the standpoint of, you want to go from Pablo Escobar of Memphis to Master Plumber or some other city job.
You gotta look like this. He want to go from illegitimate to legitimate. Niggas don't want to look over their back and be fucked over by the police. Niggas don't want to go to jail.
You gotta pay for the dirt you did. I don't give a fuck. You gonna pay for it?
No. Donald Trump.
He paying for this?
No. Donald Trump. That's what I'm saying. There's some people out there that never pay for the shit they did.
I will say the difference is he did.
It's not a crime.
He did corporate shit.
Listen. It's not a crime.
I hear you.
Till you get caught.
They got a track record on these motherfuckers. All it takes is a task force to get these motherfuckers. That's it.
It's not a crime till you get caught. Because look at it like this. This just pissed me off. Okay, I was in the service, right? And I'm an officer, right? And to be an officer, you got to have good credit.
And a college degree.
Because that means you're a good person. Since when does it mean for you to have a college degree and a good credit, that means you're a good person? Because that's only after 21. Because if you would have got it in 18, guess what? We don't give a fuck about that bullshit. You see what I'm saying? If you would have came in earlier, we don't give a fuck if you was a good person. Because we got you at a young age, we can mold you. We can tell you what to do. We can shape shift you. But after 21, nigga, you better have good credit. And because why? Good credit is a show of character. How?
You can manage your money right.
No. Your parents are rich. You've been fucking up all your life. Your parents been paying your fucking bills.
That pedigree, man.
No, that don't mean you're a good person.
They just caught somebody at Fort Eisenhower. He's a lieutenant colonel for going up to Hall County trying to solicit sex from a minor.
I'm trying to tell you. Preach, brother, preach.
You have those stories. But I mean, from the standpoint...
There ain't no stories. It is what it is.
It happens all the time.
Because a person with more character is a person that went out there and actually grind and got what they needed to do.
But we talking about the people and we talking about the streets. So it's like, when it comes to the streets, it's just like...
When it comes to the streets, can you hold your mouth shut when it's time to be shut?
Apparently they can't. They're like, nah, I want this, I want that. How you gonna negotiate?
And it's funny because the mayor, put it like this, how the mayor know who the fucking leader is? If you the mayor, you can't know who the fuck...
He got the
he
police
can't sit
chief.
with the leaders. He
got the police chief.
He can't sit with the leaders if he's the fucking mayor, because the mayor is supposed to be so square and the leader supposed to be so fucking gangster. They never fucking meet.
This man pleaded with him. This man sat there and pleaded with him, said,
that means
all I need is 7 days. Y'all two motherfuckers run the city. 3, 4 motherfuckers run the city.
They can't.
I can't do shit.
They can't.
I feel that
because I'll bust your motherfucking head.
Like, how you even know who the leaders of these people is?
You can't.
It's
not possible.
And you meet with them.
It's not possible.
And like from what Caesar's saying, if they're these criminals, how the mayor know who they is to be able to sit with them, but they ain't in jail? So
exactly. Give it up.
So give it up. All I'm saying is
what? Give me 3 times, nigga.
You want a real answer? The real answer is this: watch a movie about the CIA and FBI. Same reason why
Like
they couldn't arrest some of these mobsters.
Like, this
I'm
is
busting your motherfucking
this is
head.
2024.
You knew who the leaders were.
Nah.
It's called RICO now.
I'm busting your motherfucking head.
But
go
Nigga,
ahead,
you
Mr.
actually
Martinez.
think you can walk around me with $1 million cash in your pocket and I ain't busting your motherfucking head, nigga?
RICO.
You dead, nigga. I'm the fucking man now, nigga. I got your fucking million. Fuck you, bitch.
I'm
You
not-
off. Phone off.
I'm not
No way. Nigga, I'm busting your motherfucking head.
I'm not disagreeing with you, man, but what I'm saying is, man, like a lot of these real leaders, can I keep it real? They juice men and rose. If you want to be 100, they not this 22-year-old nigga that we see in the movie. The real leaders is so like, how smart are you, Rose? You're so smart, Rose. You and me talk privately. Let's be real. Let's be frank now. You and me talk privately. If you ran a game in Augusta, you're so smart that even if they want to get a RICO charge, you would distance yourself so much from so much shit that it wouldn't get back to you.
But
they still gonna know who running everything, but you would distance yourself so much from shit that it wouldn't even get back to you. Cause like, yeah, I can put you on a RICO charge, but do we really understand that when we decide to do RICO charges, like so much work has to be done? Like I know we watch these movies and they make it seem like they just slapped them. No, but so much work has to be done beforehand to even make it stick. Cause yeah, we could do RICO charges for a lot of niggas in America right now, and they'll get off tomorrow.
they won't get off tomorrow, but they might get off.
No, I know, Mike. They will get off. Like that's like with Thugger. Like when they decided to do this with him, it was after years of investigation on his ass, and they was able to put him in certain places. Like when you actually read these books about the CIA and FBI, they literally say, "Damn, bro, we just need him in this location. If we could just give him this location, we can lock him up. That's all we really need." And today, like I'm saying, a 22, 25-year-old, yeah, bro, I ain't gonna lie. If he the leader of the gang, he should be locked up right now, just like I said. But you wouldn't believe a 42-year-old man with your intelligence, Rose?
But
It's not smart enough to know how to move.
But like I said, if you are that smart, you're not a gang leader. Because you done been caught before, you done been in jail, you done did your stripes. Most of those people, the reason why they know who they are.
Everybody gets caught eventually.
Everybody don't get caught.
Because to become the gang leader,
everybody don't get caught.
I'm saying to become the gang leader, you had to work yourself up there. So a lot of these niggas like Al Capone that did jail time before they became who they became, it was when they was on the lower level when they did jail time.
Yeah,
but once they became that nigger, they ain't never do jail time again now. Like let's not distort the facts.
Yeah.
Look at Meech.
Like, but
Get out, hey, free meats, 2025, meats free.
But yeah, I really ain't got no tears, but I don't think I have tears for the situation because. But one thing I do want to say is about it is because it's not that the kingpins wanted jobs; they wanted jobs for the young people.
That I'm okay with that. It's when
that's what they wanted jobs.
They put their shit in. That's what my problem.
Yeah,
hey, bro, continue.
Yeah, but they wanted the jobs for the young people, and they wanted like community buildings and programs, things like that in the community. That's what they said they wanted. They didn't say anything about themselves or anything like that.
They did though.
No, they didn't. They wanted jobs. They wanted stuff for the youngest. They didn't say anything about themselves. They don't need no job.
They did.
Because if they the leaders, they got so much paper. They don't
I told you. They sat there and said, "I want a good paying job."
No, we want good paying jobs.
No. Vert, back me up on this. I'm telling you, they said, "I want a good paying job that's paying a good amount of money." That's why I sat there and said, like, I didn't say,
in the video that Rose said, I remember the mayor articulated that the people underneath the gang leaders wanted the jobs.
Yeah. I saw another video where they said they want legitimate jobs too, where it's like they're making the same amount of money, if not less. They're taking a pay cut, but it's still legit.
So
what's wrong with that?
So let's all get on the same page. We all good with the youngest getting jobs.
Yes
yeah, cool. Are we cool with the gang leaders getting jobs?
Hell no.
Yeah, what's wrong with that?
Okay, so yes. No,
fuck them. We don't negotiate with terrorists. Okay. Fuck them.
So you just want to be gangsters for the rest of their life?
Continue, Rose. Continue.
You just want to be gangsters for the rest of their life and kill people and make hits and do stuff? No, we want people to have jobs to be successful and be citizens.
They want to get out.
You gotta pay for your
They
sins.
want to be
Fuck
legit.
that. Fuck that. I'm part of. You pay for your sins. Fuck all that shit, man.
What's paying for your sins?
Nah.
Making money? Paying for your sins? Making money paying for sins?
You sound like we going back to Stony Gay people, dog.
I'm saying you don't get the you don't.
How's they a terrorist? What they do?
You terrorize your fucking community every day. Just because you
trying to
give.
live.
Just because you
So they sit
pass
in the
out.
house, so they sit in the house, and you come to their house and be like, hey, can I get a rock sub?
I got you. I got you. I got you. Hold on. No. I got you. Real quick. I'm gonna end it on this. Just because you passing out pamphlets and a little pack for the kids, like, hey, I heard you was scoring 50, you was scoring 25 in the game. Here go that pack. I got you the new LeBrons and a new basketball and some new gym shoes for you to work out.
Terrorizing the city.
Just because you give that, you just killed somebody last week.
Who they killed?
Because he disrespected you.
Oh,
just killed him last week.
So
that's life.
I ain't got nothing for that though.
I got tears, man.
That's right.
Goddamn. I'm proud of the mayor for trying to do something for the better community. Because in Memphis, the last 2 years, there's been a lot of deaths, and we gotta in these cities where we know the gang violence is up. The mayors and politicians in those communities got to do something. You know, this is a funny topic. I'm not gonna lie. It's funny to hear you talk with such passion, C's. But I understand where
But it's not a funny topic. It's
funny to
serious,
hear.
but it's funny to hear.
The way y'all talking about it, like, you know, saying they're not terrorizing community.
And the words of etiquette is Task Force Tuesday, motherfucker.
But
Task Force Tuesday. We coming for your ass.
To your point, C's, I do see how that terrorizes community because we talk about black issues. You know, when you sell drugs to your own people and you get them strung out to the point where they're not productive and they're robbing other people and stuff like that, that is terrorizing the community. When you get black sisters strung out to the point they stand on the street corner selling their pussy for $40, that is terrorizing the community.
I hear you.
You know, I'm just saying, when you terrorize community, we talk about Memphis about the graduation rates. When you terrorize community by letting these young niggas.
Hold on. What month is it? It's the 31st, ain't it?
Yeah.
February 31st.
No. Terrorizing community. You get on the white folks. What they doing to us? What they doing to us?
They moved to the suburbs of Memphis. That's what they did.
Kill Whitey.
But the gang stuff ain't helping though. Because to what Rose said, when we got these low high school graduation rates, because you over here getting these young niggas to sell drugs for you and join gangs and stuff like that.
But who promoted it? The white folks.
I mean, yeah, they are promoting it, man. But
the white folks are the devil.
But they're doing it through rap music. So I got tears because at the end of the day, I'm happy that the mayor is trying to find a solution to this problem.
True.
Now, talking about people finding solutions to problems and people just ignoring problems altogether. So Terry Crews was on the Club Shay Shay. Club Shay Shay. And I feel like I gotta be Uncle Ruckus, man. Yeah, it's Terry Crews, man. No relation.
They should never gave that nigga some mics.
So basically, Terry Crews was talking about Terrence Howard, Tahaj Pienson, and a lot of these other black actors, entertainers who've been basically complaining about how they've had movie roles, TV show roles after their success, and they haven't been properly compensated compared to their white contemporaries in this industry. Mm-hmm. He then went on to say, I don't like when people be complaining about that kind of stuff because every role I took it for a purpose. I knew what the money was when I signed the contract, and I accepted full responsibility, even though, and he used two examples. Training Day, he didn't get paid, but they put him on the map. They didn't put him on the map, but they gave him some recognition. Then he only got paid, I think he said $4,000 for Friday After Next, and that movie was his big break. So he said that he doesn't look at it the way these other people look at it. See, tears or no tears?
Man, for me, it's no tears because Terry Crews said what it is. It's basically
did he play pro football too?
He played football too. It's from the stance of I saw the contract and I agreed to it and I got paid for it. So it's like this is why I'm a mic drop after my shit. I'm gonna drop this shit real quick. But basically is I agreed to the contract and I saw what it was. 2024, I give all the black actors and minorities, whether you're Asian, whatever, they're signing contracts where they have ownership. You're gonna pay me my royalties. I'll take less. Let's say the contract is 15,000. I'm gonna take 10, and y'all gonna give me 5% of the royalties. I'm gonna continuously get paid. Cause it's like back in the day, you didn't have the choice where it was like, hey, you gonna do this role, we gonna pay you 5,000. And then you find out Friday after next is gonna blow up to the shit it blew up to. Cause it's like, I still rank Friday as it goes. It's Friday, next Friday, Friday after next. But to the credit, Friday after next was a fucking classic. But I mean, it made a lot of people. And it resurged a lot of people's careers, like John Witherspoon. I'm gonna be honest, we weren't thinking about John Witherspoon until he came back. So it's like, this shit propelled your career. Mike Cat Williams, he can talk all the shit he wants. That shit propelled his career. Terry Crews propelled his career. And it's just, it goes to the same legacy of Friday. It's like, nigga, that's a hood and that's an American classic. It's fucking classic. So it's like, at that time, when you did that movie, you got paid from it. You didn't get the royalties from it. Yes. We always know, whether it's the music industry, the TV industry, or social media, fucking YouTube, there's people that have millions and millions of views from 10, 15, 20 years ago. Niggas that had to do the shit they had to do. So these new motherfuckers, Kai Cent. You don't have a Kai Cent if you don't have a fucking Hot Damn I Rock. Like, you don't have those YouTube sensations. Like, nigga went crazy. And what's the nigga from what's the shit from MTV? Wild Now. The nigga from Wild Now.
Nick Cannon?
Nick Cannon had the shit with it's a nigga with dreads. Why you asking all them questions? Asking all them questions. His biggest video was when he did a collaboration with that nigga. That nigga came for a video and they clowned him the whole time. If he didn't do the shit he had, they wouldn't be able to do the shit they have now. So it's like, it's people that paved the way for you to even get the chance to. So it's like, at that time, if you had the knowledge to say, hey, you're going to pay me this money, but you're going to give me a certain percentage of ownership. And that's what we didn't get till now. The black community and the minority community. You didn't get this shit to where it's like you were saying, hey, I'll take less money up front, but you're going to pay me for this percentage of ownership. Whatever you make, give me a 4% cut, 2% cut, 10%, wherever the fuck you want to negotiate. So it's like, I'm proud of the people that have done their shit now, whether it's Issa Rae, love you, shout out to you, Issa Rae, or all these other people that want ownership of the shit they're in.
Yeah, I agree with you, man. I got tears because even though I agree with some of the stuff you're saying, we got to fully explain the situation, man. Like, you know, Jason Weaver, shout out to him. He talked about on Black TV and other pods how he was offered $1 million for singing in Lion King, but his mom decided to take less money, you know, for the royalties, and he still get checks for that. You know, sometimes you need the right people around you to help you avoid some of these bad contracts or bad business practices. Now, to Terry Crews' point, I agree. When you first start off, you do got to humble yourself and understand I need the exposure. But Terrence Howard and Ty Henson have been made men and women for the last 5 to, I would say, at least 8 years, in my opinion. Like, where they've been like household names in most people who watch entertainment. So, yeah, you would think that they would make more money for roles they have. And my only thing is, we can look at white people all day, but we also have to look at ourselves as a community for why we don't get these opportunities. And it's not just the bad contracts we sign. It's also, I'm going to use Terrence Howard as an example. How many people seen the first Iron Man? How many people remember he was originally Rhodey? Do everybody know the reason why he did not do the rest of the franchise is because he wanted more money than Robert Downey Jr., who, we got to go back to 2008 when the movie came out, had just got clean and everything. He had stopped making movies for a while to the point where he was, I think, Shaggy Dog, which was a Disney movie which bombed or whatever. That's how bad Robert Downey Jr. career fell off.
Mm-hmm.
The second movie, Robert Downey Jr., because now he's blown up because he's the Iron Man. He's making way more money than Terrence Howard. And Terrence Howard's like, bro, I need to be making more money too. They said, fuck you. They decided to fire him, hire Don Cheadle. I bring that up. As much as I love Don Cheadle, I think he's a great actor. We got to stop back. We got to stop backdooring each other. When we see something like that happens, other black people have to say, I'm not taking that role because I see how you did this, brother. Yes, this role could make money for me. Yes, this role could be good for me. But that's the reason why these white people do that kind of stuff. Because they know if I fire Rose from this pod, guess what? They all C's, Juice Man, and Bertizzi going to do is hit someone else up and replace him. We got to be like Nick Cannon. When they took Wild 'N Out from him, them execs talked to like 10 different people from that crew. And they all said, we not fucking with it. To the point where they said, well, fuck, we got to bring Nick back. So when we decide to stand together, we can then come to the table and ask for more. And to your point, we got to be like these people like Issa Rae and Tyler Perry, man. Man, stop trying to fight for a seat at these white people table, man. What Tyler Perry say, man? I know I joke on that nigga a lot because he be doing some gay shit and some of his movies be fucked up. But I would respect the man for one thing, man. He said, fuck Hollywood's table. I built my own damn table, man.
There you go. There you go. Real talk.
Juice, man,
What's up?
what's your thoughts?
It is what it is, man. You gotta stand on your own too, man. It is what it is. You can't stand on your own too. You need to roll. I don't know. Like, shit, belly flop. Goddamn, do the worm. Do something.
Rose, man.
Yeah. My thing is for Terry Crews, for him to say that I understand that you can talk about yourself, but when you start talking about other people's money and situations, you got to stop. You can't be talking about nobody else like, oh, you can't be mad because you did this or you did this. You can talk about yourself all you want to, but you can't be talking about nobody else. You can't be counting nobody else's pocket. You know what I'm saying? That's my thing about it is, but on another thing is that he is correct. You on another tip, you can't get mad if you signed up for a role and that role paid you this. You can't get mad that role only paid you that, because that's what you signed up for. And for him to only make $4,000 on Friday 3, boy, he must have took a lot of hits in the NFL and that training camp.
Hey, that agent was talking good shit. They was talking that good shit. They was like, yeah, you gonna make 4 bands off this shit.
I mean, but to be fair though,
It might flop,
who
but
was Terry Crews when that movie came out?
Who's the shit? I fuck
Nah, because white chicks.
did he play for the Eagles?
Didn't white chicks come after that movie?
It did. It came after that.
know.
So
It's like Terry Crews from the Eagles, right? I'm thinking he played for the Eagles.
I think he played for the Eagles.
He played D-line for the Eagles.
Maybe like 1 year.
That's what I'm saying. It wasn't like he was a smash out star.
It was funny.
And then the training day, I had to go back and watch his scene from training day.
I would say another aside, it's harder when you don't grow up watching certain movies or you misremember. There's a lot of movies from the 90s, I'm not gonna lie to you. Like George Clooney, he didn't get paid properly for that Batman movie. But I had to go there and look at his career. Oh, he wasn't shit when that movie came out. That's why Arnold Schwarzenegger got paid so much. But now, guess what? If they try to get George Clooney to do that same role, he gonna make the money. So it just comes down to like,
hey, stop buying Casamigos. Stop buying that bullshit.
it just comes down to understanding of what your value is, but then standing hold to the value. Because what Rose said before we switched to the last TNT of the night, when you sign a contract, stand to that contract. That's why when we talk about the NFL players, I don't feel sympathy for them niggas. Y'all chose for that fucked up CBA I got. Versus the MLB, them white boys said we willing to miss money to get a better CBA. So that's the reason why they can't do certain things they can do to y'all boys. Because y'all was not willing to stand on your own 2 feet and say, fuck it. So, C's, break down this last one, man, the welfare coin.
Basically, there's been certain cities that have had grants and pockets of money towards underprivileged and undervalued spaces of society, specifically being black women. Because we know, we can all attest for the modern day black woman's plight. We understand it. we're not going to speak ill of it. It's a real plight. It's a real thing. So they were saying single mothers, we're going to give you a grant. So in Atlanta, in Georgia, the state of Georgia, they did two. They did one. In DC, they did two. This woman valued for 2 grants. They said we're going to give you $5,000, and then Bertizzi made me aware of the second grant. She got $11,000. She basically said, "This is one example. One out of the fucking 100,000. It might be less, but out of all the examples, they picked one to highlight it on the news." She said, "I'm going to ball out. I'm going to take my kids to Miami, from DC to Miami, and we're going to ball out." She got her nails done before she went on the trip, rented a car, took her kids to all the places in Miami to experience it. She said, basically, I don't know the next time I'm going to be available to do this. You got two sets. You can say the people that said, "Oh, I would have held that money and invested it to where I'm going to invest it into a house to where I can get my kids out of Section 8 and do this and do that. I'm going to save the money." Then you have the other camp that says, "Fuck that."
Like you should have did, like you were supposed to do with the grant.
And then
it's a grant,
like 11,000 total, because the 2 grants was 11,000 total.
Ain't no money.
So it's like, at the other hand, it's like you got the sentiment of, "Hey, I'm going to invest this and do what I'm supposed to do, save some money, get my kids out this situation." Versus what you about to harp on is, "I got some quick money. Let me run this bag up. Fuck this check. I'm going to do what the fuck I need to do. Go to Miami, ball out, show my kids a good time. They're going to run my experience. They probably going to trump it up too. When I go to college, when I get this job, I need to make as much money as I need to make so I can ball the fuck out like I never balled. My mama didn't have it. My mama, this is my love of my life. My mama I never have it. So I gotta have it. I got to get this bag. Whatever grind I needs it now. Not then. Nigga, I needs it now. Nigga, I need it."
Hey, see, you know why? You and me had this conversation a couple nights ago. Why black people are the face of welfare and food stamps, even though, you know, white people on board.
Yeah.
A lot of people ain't gonna like what I'm about to say. Some of us wasn't raised the right way, man. Some of us was just raised to be individuals, to grow up and do the right thing. Some of us was raised in households where we was told by our parents and our grandparents, when you walk out this door, you don't represent Bertizzi. You represent every black person in the world.
That's right.
And that's the issue. It's like, bruh, the fact of we need black people to understand, when y'all decide to post these TikToks and these Instagram videos and these reels,
I got that bag
of y'all doing ignorant shit in Walmart. Like, I saw this one video of motherfuckers eating food in Walmart, saying when the kids hungry, they gotta eat, and they literally eating the food in Walmart, open the bag of chips and stuff. My food stamps hit, I got this many food stamps, like $1,000 worth of food stamps or whatever, or like even like this welfare shit. Oh yeah, look at my Section 8. Like when y'all post this stuff at the rate that y'all doing it at, like, and the white community sees this shit, or not white community, because the Indian community, they don't like niggas either, to be honest, if you want to keep them 100. But when some of these other communities see the black community, and they think
black folks are Indians. So you talking about
no. We talking about dot on the forehead, East Indians. That's what we're talking about.
So when some of these other communities see the black community and think that we all on welfare and that we all do food stamps and we ain't educated, yes, you're right. It could be 10 niggas in the room, and 9 of them have college degrees. But guess what? That one motherfucker that ain't even got his GED, they decide to do some ignorant ass shit. He represents all of us.
He the face.
He represents all of us, bro.
Mm-hmm.
And if you've ever seen that movie, it's a soldier story. Like you and me talked about the scenes, bro. The light-skinned sergeant, the reason why he hated that country bunking ass nigga in the movie, he said that when he was in Europe, all the motherfucking white soldiers in America did not fuck with them, even though they was there fighting the same war. But the French women loved the black men. And one night they got one of the country ass niggas that was retarded. They put they gave him a banana. They put a tail around his waist or whatever. Told him to hop out butt ass naked and said, "See, this all black people. They got tails and they this how they act." And he said it embarrassed him so much. Like, bro, I'm not gonna lie, I be embarrassed by some of y'all niggas, man. Like when some of y'all niggas do some of the stuff y'all do, this shit is straight embarrassing, man. Because Like it does a lot of damage to the black people out here actually grinding, actually working. Yeah, $11,000 ain't no money, bro. I understand that. If you've been,
but it's life changing if
you've
you
been
in Section
time
8.
out, time out. If you've been making money, I understand there ain't no money because some people won't say that. But with that being said, okay, cool. Use that money to go and get an apartment. Like you can find an apartment for $700, $800 or whatever. You can go and pay it off for 6 months or whatever. Pay your utilities off. Use that money to get a car if you ain't got a car.
Hold up. I'm gonna add this. If you already got your Section 8 is subsidized already, for you to get a $900 apartment, your kids already sharing 2 rooms. So what the fuck is the difference between you paying rent monthly versus you getting a check from the government?
It's about pride, man, because at the end of the day, man, all this stuff is about pride, man. Like I grew up in my community with people who was on food stamps, who had to be on food stamps. And I've had people in my family had to use food stamps. And I've had people in my family that been on Section 8 housing, and when they got an opportunity, they got off food stamps and they got off Section 8 housing. Because I'm gonna be real, that shit is embarrassing, man. Like if you ever had to use food stamps, not that you caught a lick, Juice Man on C's, and you saw somebody selling their food stamps.
Oh, why you had to call me out like that, bro?
No, your family had. Now I'm saying this for people who listen, who've been in this situation. Your family had to be on food stamps. That shit is embarrassing when you go to the store and you pull that shit out your fucking wallet and you gotta pay using food stamps because y'all don't have the money. Like that shit takes pride from a man or a grown ass woman when you know that the government needs to help you because you just cannot take care of yourself. That shit is supposed to inspire you to want to do better.
Get out.
And we got to a point in the community, man, a lot of these niggas don't want to do better, bro.
Like the term.
And if you don't want to do better season, you 30 years old, and you don't want to do better Juice Man, you 40 years old, how is your 8-year-old daughter or 8-year-old son supposed to be like, man, well, my daddy lives like this and my mama lives like this and we got food stamps. Like, then they start taking pride in that shit and then they start thinking about it. But we got communities, and this is the last thing. We got communities in our community where basically you look at certain families, they on 4 generations of welfare.
And it's like they pop out and they're like, oh, my daddy and my mama weren't ever married. Let me pop out 2 kids so I can get on this, Kingdom come.
Like how you think you get on 4 generations of welfare? You know how you get on 4 generations of welfare? Because the kids saw it and the parents never tried to do better, and it became something where this became cultural. It's no different than how you get 4 generations of people who don't have a high school education. Because this is the norm in our family. Compared to if you got a family where your mom got an education, you got 2 brothers that got college educations that's 10 to 15 years older than you. Guess what, Juice Man? Of course, if you got another sibling that's 15, if he got 2 brothers that got college educations and a mom who got a college education, that's the norm. That's expected for me to go to college. It's nothing else but for me to go to college because that's the environment that was created before me. But if I grew up in a family and my grandma don't have a high school education, my mama don't have a high school education, I got cousins that don't have a high school educations, they ain't got GEDs, then when I get my high school diploma, I'm going to feel like I just won a Super Bowl, man. And if you ain't never been in that situation, a lot of black people won't understand it. But the problem is we got too many black people that's still leaving these generational curses, man. Juice Man.
What up? Yeah, I hate to say, man, I love my people. And I'm not, if my father was around, I just want to let him know I'm not talking down. But I grew up, it's different. It you know what I'm saying? It's different because my folks were young. Like when they had us, they were pretty young. So it's different when you get some age on you, start making money, you start seeing the money come in the house and stuff like that. So basically, when I was coming up, it was different. Imagine making enough money to be poor, well, not poor, making enough money to be broke, and you make too much money to
qualify
anything.
Yeah.
So now you really fucked.
So it's like
now you really fucked, bro.
And guess what?
Fuck being embarrassed. You just don't have the shit, bro. So you gonna do whatever and any and everything you gotta do to make it. And you can grow up fucking fast. It is what it is. You're gonna become an adult. You gonna do what you gotta do to, you know what I'm saying, real fast, bro. You gonna pop. If you don't pop, guess what? You're gonna die. It's either you gonna make it, you ain't. It is what it is. It's not. It's no in between. It is no. You got it. You balling. It is no. You ain't got it. You embarrassed. It's nigga. You don't have nothing because they put you in that spot. You in that gray area, bro. And that gray area is a motherfucker, bro. Because you can't be embarrassed because you don't have. And you can't be fucking boastful, proud because you got have. It's like it's nothing. You fuck you. It's nothing, dog. And
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So then it's like, what the fuck you gonna do? Hey man, shit.
And guess what?
Everybody working, streets going
Those are the people that need the benefits, but these
They
people
can't get it.
But these people, like the woman in the video, are getting the benefits,
Exactly.
and they doing dumbass shit.
That shit's fucked up.
So it's like from
Rose, but you haven't spoke yet.
Yeah. I got tears because she was just ignorant for even just posting all that stuff and saying the things that she said. Like, now if you go do it,
Carissa, I'm out here in Miami.
do it. Like, okay, do it, but don't be on the net talking about it, man. That's all I got to say about it.
Though, man. That's my thing. I hit a league. I came
So
up.
talk about being on the net talking about shit that you probably should keep to your motherfucking self. Y'all, what's wrong with these hoes?
What's wrong with them, bro?
So I would do the typical what's wrong with these hoes.
What they do this time?
No more black tears. No more black tears.
No more back to you.
No more black tears. Shout out to Umar. I see you. My nigga was on a flight going to somewhere in Africa. Tanzania, I want to say, but somewhere in Africa.
Oh, he about to cut the ribbon for the school?
No more black tears. Nah, not it. He wasn't doing that. But he doing things in the community. So we ain't gonna knock the brother till he cut the ribbons for the school. But no more black tears. No more black tears.
So
Peace and blessings. Peace and blessings.
So there was this one woman who posted a video about how
Hold up. Let me stop. My bad, bro. My bad. I got to do it. Because I got to do it. You my sleeves off. You know, I'm all fucked up. It's hot in here, but it's cold in here. It's hot in here, but it's cold in here. What's wrong with him? Damn!
So with that being said, there was this one woman who literally posted how there was this dude that was DMing her, you know, basically saying he liked her or whatever. He said, "Hey, I want to send you some money for lunch," and she said, "Bet, here go my cash app." Not thank you, bet, here my cash app.
No, that's not what she said. She said he asked her for her cash app.
Oh, he asked for a cash app?
Yeah.
Okay, then. So he then sent her $30. She then responded, "Hey, what I'm supposed to do with this shit, man? I spend at least $100 on lunch every day. Not. I'm going to a place that costs $100 for lunch. No, I spend $100 every day on lunch. Man, I can't even get drinks with this shit." Sees, man, what's wrong with these hoes?
B. I say that for everybody. Everybody looking at me like, yeah. B. What, bitch? What? I don't even spend. I be in a store, in a grocery store like this. I can go to Subway, Wendy's. We got a whole discussion on Wendy's next year because y'all on some bullshit. Fuck y'all. All these restaurants charging $13 in 2024 ain't shit. So it's like, for you to say I don't even spend $30 on my lunch, that's actually a great lunch. Whether you get a salad, you can get a chopped salad from a restaurant. If you go on a lunch menu, you highlight the lunch menu. What do they have? The specials. You ain't got to eat the highest shit. You ain't got to get a steak every day for lunch. So if it's this one time, this a Thursday afternoon. This man decides to send you a cash app. Hey, here's $30. Do that. Bitch, you know damn well you was not going to spend $30 on your damn lunch. You was going to get a salad from Publix or IGA or wherever and spend that little money and do your lunch. Or you was going to do the smart thing and pre-meal. Cook your shit on Sunday. So you got shit for Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, and Thursday. So Rose, I see you got something to say. Go ahead, man.
Yo, man, she said it in the video. Like she was expecting 100 ball. So she was expecting enough money so she can get an 8 ball and get something to eat.
Shake, bitch. Shake, bitch. That's what we're saying.
She was trying to get high and eat. You just can't send me some money for some food. You gotta pay for my Coke too.
And the drink.
And the drink. You gotta pay both the Cokes. The Coca-Cola and the Cocaina. You gotta pay for all that.
Shit. Pablo. Not the Pablo.
Yeah.
In the room. She gonna get a room. $100? Shit.
Honey.
Weed, drink, food.
So the juice man, how much 8 ball going for right now?
I don't know.
Less than 100, I can tell you that. That's all I'm gonna say though.
Man, yeah, she was trying.
Ric Flair on you.
She was trying to. She thought she was gonna get a 100 ball. So exactly what she said. I thought I was gonna be just enough money to get an 8 ball and something to eat, but she was disappointed. So Vertizi.
Man, Ho's gonna be disappointed then, man. Man, I was in Vegas years ago. I went to a Gordon Ramsay restaurant, and I ordered steak, some sides. I had a drink. My shit came out to $110. I want to say, and the steak I ordered, just for those listening, was an A5 Wagyu steak. Yeah, see?
Vegas, niggas. We talking about Vegas. You spend money in Vegas.
Now, with that being said, some people might be wondering, why the fuck is you even mentioning that? Right? That's the most I ever spent on a meal just for myself.
That was lunch or that was dinner?
That was dinner. That's the most I ever spent in my life. And I make decent money in my opinion. But that's the most I've ever spent in my life just for me to eat. Not me taking someone else out to eat. So for you to say you need $100 for lunch, damn, that's crazy, bro. Where the fuck you going to lunch at, man? Because
I just told you.
Because that's a lot of money. Now, even with that being said, man, okay, cool. Let's say I'm gonna take you for your word. Let's say you do spend $100 every day. Man, y'all hoes gotta stop this, bro.
Hey, you living in Atlanta, and Houston, and Chicago, and New York, and LA, these cities that they know they spend. Bitch, you ain't going to the Publix at the corner. You ain't going to the grocery store. All these vegan spots, all these little hood spots, these food trucks, you ain't going to spend it. I admit, the food trucks are high as shit.
That's as bad as you got
but not even just the food.
She wants you to pay for a grocery.
Y'all gotta stop with this whole not being grateful for money. Like, okay, cool. You asked me to send you money for your nails. You didn't give me an amount. I sent you $45. Then you text back, my nails cost $200. Well, guess what? This is how I look at it. That's $45 more towards your nails. So guess what? You normally pay $200 for your nails, bitch. Guess what? Today you only gotta pay $155.
I'm mad that you went there.
I'm just saying.
If I spent, hold on. If I spent that much on some nails, guess what? That's them dick grippers. Guess what? Let me pick the color. I want to see some exotic shit. I want you to get some teal camouflage shit. Right? The shit that changes in the light. I want you
everything.
That change in the light. When you stroke my dick,
they changing colors.
That's that teal. That's that Porsche. Hold up. Pause with me. That Porsche green. That's that teal, bitch. You ain't, nigga, when the last time you seen a Porsche change colors? That's that shit. Yeah. You feel me, though? Yeah. So ain't nobody here, though. Yeah.
So what is going on? You spend $100 on lunch. And this nigga sent you $30, bro. You got two options. Shut the fuck up and spend $70 of your own money so you can eat your $100 lunch. Or send the shit back to the nigga and say, hey, this is how much I need. If you can't afford it, you no longer contact me.
Bitches ain't gonna do that.
Those are only two options.
Hoes ain't gonna do that.
Don't take the money and then talk shit. It's no different than when these bum ass niggas Rose, ask to borrow $20, then you see them in 2 weeks, and you be like, where my 20 at? And they be like, man, you want that little $20? It wasn't a little when I gave it to you, nigga. Man, get my shit back now.
It's like all these. What's the topic again?
$30 for lunch. You sent a bitch $30 for some lunch. She talking some shit like this ain't enough for me.
Because she normally spend $100 on lunch. So
I normally.
you sent her $30. She say, nigga, hey man, I can't do shit with 30. I normally spend $100 on lunch.
Well, I have to say, bro, where we from?
We from anywhere, nigga. What you mean?
Memphis?
I spend in Memphis, New York, or LA. $30. $30 don't get me nowhere in Memphis. And a damn sure ain't get me nowhere in LA, nigga. What you mean?
Hey, let me hear what you saying.
Man, come on, man. Like, how long have we known this shit?
We talking about Juice Man. It don't matter. It don't matter if I know you 30 days or 165 days, bitch.
You just met her. You're getting to know her. You holler at her. You might not even know her. You might.
What city we in?
It might be an Instagram person.
I'm from Memphis, but I'm in Miami this week.
I don't know what city she was in.
I'm from Miami.
So I see
I'm
where
in
you
Miami
going.
this week.
Let's say this is a girl you just met. You're trying to get to know her. I'm gonna pick New York because that's one of the most expensive cities statistically. Let's say New York,
LA, Hawaii.
You sent her $30. She's okay, Miami, but you sent her $30.
I didn't send her 30. Okay.
And she said
she texts me and says,
"No, she didn't text you.
This bitch got a job. She got a regular job.
You hit her up, Juice Man, because you was trying to basically
hey, how's your day going? Okay, and she says, hey, I'm a little short for lunch.
No, you volunteered to give her money for lunch.
30. I sent you 30.
So you sent her 30, and then she basically says 30 ain't shit. I need at least 100.
Did she send the 30 back?
No.
All I want to say is,
okay. See, this confuses me because it would never happen. Okay. This is what I'm saying. Boom. How you doing? Boom. I need money for lunch. I would have asked her how much the lunch is off top. Okay, how much is the lunch? How much is it? And then you gonna have bitches be like, "Oh, I don't like that nigga because he asked how much." But bitch, if I would have sent it, it wouldn't have been no 30. It would have been at 20. Okay, yeah. Boom. See you at 20. Boom. Oh, this ain't enough.
Okay, cool, bro. I understand that. I ain't got no problem with that answer because, hey, that makes it easier.
And then, like you said, she would hit back and like, oh, I need $100.
Let's just say in this universe, you sent her 30.
Mm-hmm. And she hit me back like, this ain't enough. I need 100.
Off rip.
What's your response?
Bitch, what is it? Bitch, what is it?
You already know because if I would have sent to the 30, I would have got the head as soon as I sent the 30. Same time, shorty. Same time.
Hold on. If I had the bar, I would drop it. Rose, go. Rose, go, Rose.
Oh, I'm from Memphis.
Same time.
What you mean, shorty?
What the
What you saying?
Ain't no, y'all got me crazy. I'm trying to figure this shit. So,
bitch, like nigga, I be in the store or the fast food joint and be like talking about. We was talking about Wendy's earlier. I be talking about, nigga, y'all talking about at the hype times, lunchtime. Guess what? Guess when I'm gonna get lunch?
When?
Me and you, Vertiz, we was talking about it. When am I getting lunch, bro? I'm not getting lunch at 12 p.m. Guess what time I'm getting lunch?
Well, like 2?
3:30, maybe 4. And guess what else? They dropped the shit on me 6:30. Guess what? I'm buying lunch. 8:30, 9, late shit. Oh, them spike prices.
He said the magical words because okay.
They're talking about bullshit ass peak times. Like, bitch, I don't spend $30 on myself on a general day, bitch. Where the fuck are you going at lunch on a Thursday or a Wednesday?
Oh man,
just to spend on yourself.
Put it like this,
bitch. We ain't talking about STK, bitch. STK probably $60 minimum.
Game's so crazy. Guess what? We fucking because I let you cut line, ho.
What I'm saying.
You hear what I'm saying? We at Wendy's. I let you cut line. Guess what? You taking me to Matthew and stuff I did.
Rewind that shit, man. And it wasn't going. You better skip over that shit. Wait a minute.
That's right.
Oh, we skip. Time skip. Yeah. Yeah, so we did it. Yeah.
That's right. I said it.
Talk to me nice, nigga. Talk to me nice.
So everybody can hear this clearly. Listeners. So we had a fast food joint.
That's right.
If a bitch decides,
a bad chick, she fine too.
She skip you.
I let her skip.
Bad.
She got to let you dick her down.
Oh, with heels in the lingerie. Best believe it.
We went to the restroom.
She busted it wide open, bro.
We went to the restroom.
Facts, bro.
So talk about
no money spent. What the fuck you talking about?
Talk about fast food. talking about asking questions. When you ask questions, guess what? You can get better customer service. There was a Atlanta executive. He has a podcast, and he was talking about recently how black people have the worst customer service. And this was a long debated discussion between me and C's. C's, do you think black people overall do have some of the worst customer service? And if so, why? And how does this get improved?
This is one of them conversations where it's nuance. I done had the most fucking great top tier service I ever had in my life. And that's why I pause when I say in my life. That was like, you black, I'm black, I'm going to take amazing, not great, amazing fucking care of you.
Was this Milk and Honey?
Nah.
What the fuck was he?
But I loved it. That's shout out. It wasn't even the OG of Milk and Honey. Because the OG Milk and Honey, I saw from wide to wide, every waitress was in there serving thickness. Juice man.
Right.
Thickness.
Everybody got fat.
Yeah, hold on. You gotta do that. You gotta. That's that right there. That right there.
So you were saying the best customer service of your life?
Ever.
Where?
You black, I'm black too. I'm gonna give you the best service I ever had. But I've had the other side to where 50-50, that 50-50 was like, oh, I pull up at the joint. Oh, we don't have this. We don't have that. So you gotta order this and that. Wait a minute. I came here for this. If I pull up to the joint, y'all ain't got oxtails, and that's what y'all fucking propose, why the fuck you ain't got oxtails? If I came for the barbecue, you ain't got the main barbecue. So it's like, hey, I will settle this real quick. Jamaican joints, y'all need to learn from the American joints how to do mac and cheese. It's a global thing. Fuck what you talking about. Do not get mac and cheese from a Jamaican joint. You are disservicing yourself. I don't give a fuck. Every Caribbean podcast.
Yo, see, what I gotta do with customer service?
It got a lot of shit to do. It's
no macaroni.
no macaroni. Hey, man, you in the back. Hey, man.
No back.
No mac and cheese. Give me the real shit. Give me my rice and peas, nigga. Yes, nigga, give me my rice and peas. Fuck all that mac and cheese. You got that shit on the menu? If I pull up to the Jamaican spot, you got mac and cheese on the menu, and you ain't got no rice and peas, cancel my order. Fuck, hold on. Fuck what you talking about? Fuck you.
Any cabbage.
Fuck you.
Gotta have cabbage.
And fuck your whole business. If you got macaroni and cheese and you got no rice and peas, you're flawed as fuck.
So as far as customer service go for me, I know before the podcast we was kind of discussing it, and I can't really think of a black-owned like restaurant I sat down and ate at, but you know, Rose did bring up, hey man, what about these places you might have picked up food from? So I'll say this, man, like for the most part, I haven't had too many bad experiences with black businesses. I will say this, you know, some of y'all gotta do better with y'all hours, man, because some of y'all be having some weird ass hours that y'all operate.
They just be like on a Tuesday.
You know, like some of y'all only want to be working on Tuesday and Wednesday, and then you only open from 2 p.m. to 6 p.m.
Friday, hold on. That Friday from 2 to 5, that crazy shit.
Yeah.
Saturday, we close from 1 to 4. How the fuck am I supposed, like, y'all cooking from 1 to 4. When I get my shit at 5 or 6:30 p.m., that shit better be 5.
And then on top of that, man, you know, like, y'all not online like that. Some of y'all don't put y'all menu and prices online. So, like, I got to drive 30 minutes out my way to figure out, okay, is these ribs going to cost, you know, fair market value ribs?
Hell no.
Or are they going to cost more
Black
than
and white.
We talking about black businesses.
Hell no.
Or are they going to cost more than regular ribs? You know, then are you even going to give me an adequate amount of ribs when you put it in my container? Or am I going to see just 2 bones in this bitch and I paid $22, $23?
That's right.
You know, so, you know, y'all, we do got to do better as black businesses, as black people too, who are customers. We got to do better at basically showing these businesses respect and treating them like we would treat white businesses and establishments we go to. But as a black person, like just fuck the whole business infrastructure. I'm just gonna talk to individually because I said this earlier about how as black people we represent more than just ourselves. We represent other black people. If you are a waiter, a waitress, a hostess, or a host, especially for a black business, it is your job to try to be as warming as you can, to try to be as educational as you can to the menu. When someone asks questions about the menu, man, dude, don't say slick remarks, don't suck your teeth. Be as respectful as you would be if you was working at Applebee's or one of these white establishments. Just because it's predominantly black people you serving, don't think you can just have an attitude and be disrespectful. Like, come to work on fucking time. Don't think just because this is a black business you can come to work, whatever time you want to come to work. When people call the business for you hostesses and hosts, and they ask questions, don't be rude over the phone. Like, be respectful because C said this before the pod started. Like, if I'm going to spend my hard-earned money, I don't care if I make $12 an hour. I don't care if I make $100 an hour. This is money that I went to work for all week and I had to work hard for. So if I'm going to go here and spend my money at this black establishment, then please show me the respect that you would show any other customer because I'm spending money towards this.
And a shout out to the Brits, man, the black Brits, whole community. Respect me. In the words of Dave, respect me, my nigga. Respect me. That's all I ask is if I spend my hard-earned money at your establishment where I could have gone to a white institution, and I know they're gonna treat me right. Just because I'm there. They gonna treat me like, oh, Django, you can't treat this nigga like any other niggas. Because
I don't know what you mean, Big Daddy.
that's what I'm saying. They gonna be like, white girl, when you go out there, you see that nigga right there, that nigga sitting at the table. This nigga represent his whole community. Because if I tell you, don't treat that nigga like a nigga, I'm gonna be like Ron Hart's or whatever fucking company, name a Augusta company or Atlanta company, nigga. Because trust me, we gonna be there and we gonna show y'all the fuck out. No more black tears is on your ass, ho. We on your ass.
Yeah, you're right, C's, man. Like a lot of these, I'm not even gonna say just black businesses. Businesses, period. Y'all can take a model from Chick-fil-A. Like they got probably some of the best customer service in all of America, man. Because those people that work for there, they're so respectful to you. They're so polite. They want to make sure that you got everything you need.
Because if you're not, they're firing.
But and that's what I hate to threaten people jobs. But when we're doing a service, we got to be very respectful. Like especially like you as a barber juice man. Like when you're providing a service, like you should be very warm and respectful to your clientele and be accommodating and stuff within reason, so that people want to continue to come back and people can be like, hey, get your haircut from this place right here. Or even if you're someone that's an Uber driver or a Lyft driver, you should be very warm and polite and stuff like that and talk respectful to people. Because when I decide to spend my money here, like I don't want to spend my money to be disrespected. Like I don't care how good the food is. Like if I come in the door and you just basically disrespecting me in front of my family and stuff like that, I'll be like, man, fuck this shit, man. I'll go down the street somewhere else where I feel like I'm wanted. And like, that's one of the reasons why this conversation is kind of hurtful for me. Like, even though I know there's a lot of laughing points to it, we got to understand that historically, black people had to go to white establishments, man. And when we went to these white establishments and we were spending our hard-earned money with them, they treated us like we was less than people.
So I got a question. So have Juice Man, have you been to a black establishment and had bad customer service? When you ain't got to say where, but when? And I'm gonna pose that question to all of y'all.
Okay. Have I been to a black establishment and had bad customer service?
Yeah.
And if so, when?
I would say when and where, but we ain't doing that here.
Okay.
Nah,
give me time to think about it. Anybody else got one on
so for me, if we're going to consider like people talking to you with attitude and people kind of like saying slick shit and how people answer the phone and stuff like that. Yeah, there's plenty of businesses I've been to that are black owned, and when I ask them something, I'm talking about black businesses. There's plenty of black businesses I've been to that when I ask certain questions about menu items or whatever, like they'll say something like, "It's right there, just read." Like they'll say certain things that do not, like whether it's factual or not, they don't have to be said. Like this is stuff that a lot of white businesses, like if the manager overheard the person registered say something like that, the manager would say, "Hey, can I see you in the back real quick?"
Hey,
like,
get your ass. No, they'd be like, get your ass in the back.
Or I call, ask a question, and like they, they kind of rude over the phone. Like I've had a couple experiences like that. Yeah.
Oh, we talking about black? We talking about all ethnicities?
Like sitting down, no, sitting down, no, but like stuff that I just described. Yeah, I've had those experiences where the people have had kind of attitudes.
No, answer the question,
I just did.
I said, have you? And I said when.
I said yeah.
But you didn't say when.
Bro, like if I could just say, bro, to be honest, sparingly, bro, like throughout the years, bro, like multiple times.
So when was the last time you had that kind of stuff?
2020, nigga. What
from
you mean?
From a black business or a black person?
2020.
From a black business.
Speak the real. Speak the real. 2020.
Because
no,
I got I gotta think because you put me on the spot because I don't go to black businesses like y'all two do. So I gotta really think about.
That's why Juice Man said he had.
When it comes to black businesses and bad. Okay,
but to be fair, the overall question was black people.
No, I didn't.
Just talking about black. He wasn't talking about just black businesses.
I know, but
if you ask me black people,
no,
I had a bad experience just.
But I didn't say that. I said when was the last time you had a bad experience?
I know, but I'm just saying, like, to be fair, the executive wasn't talking about black.
I know that.
He was saying black people.
But for me, I just want to know from y'all.
And to my point, if you're a black person, you represent more than yourself. No, so I don't care if you work at Burger King. If you decide to be rude, that's the representation you put of all black people.
Yeah. So when it comes to black business, I would say none.
Okay.
When it comes to black businesses.
What about black people though?
Shit, every Burger King, every McDonald's,
The Wire.
Every restaurant I go to is a black person. I gotta talk to them.
Fuck. Does that not matter, Jose?
Huh?
What he just said, does that not matter? Because that's a problem in itself. Why is black people like that?
Well, I can't say it doesn't matter because it does matter, but I just want to know from just a black owned
black restaurant now.
At a black owned business,
they more than
they trying to be cute. Like at a black owned business, I'd have to think maybe like 3 years ago, man. But I don't really go to black businesses all the time like that. Like when y'all tell me about some black businesses like barbecue joints, I'll go to them or whatever. But like probably like 3 years ago, I went to a place off of Washington Road that had opened up. I don't know if it's even still there.
Probably.
But as far as black people, man, yeah, like Juice Man said, man, you get it a lot of time with black people, man.
I think I get it. I think I get it more with white folks.
Do you know why?
Yeah, because when a black person see me, they see excellence.
Okay, cool. Now I'm just asking.
And when a white person see me, they say, "Oh, I'm jealous of that Negro right there." Jeez, how about you? Have you ever experienced that from a black establishment, and if you have, when?
That's why I hate to say it, but I gotta straddle the fence. I'm that dude. I gotta straddle the fence. I done had amazing customer service from places I did not expect it to be. Whether it was a barbershop, massage parlor, a restaurant, etc. I done had amazing customer service from black businesses, black owned, known, established. They parade, they black owned.
But have you seen the reverse?
I'm saying I seen they parade, they're black owned.
So everybody except Rose seen bad.
Nah, but I'm saying, let me get to one point. I've seen they parade, they're black owned. For the time I walked in, they were like, "Oh yes, sir. Hey, how you doing? Da 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 da. What you need? Massage, food, whatever." The red carpet was there. They were like, "This is a legitimate business. Do what you do. Trust me, I'm gonna take care of you." And at the end, I'm like, I appreciate what you doing from a standpoint of somebody that's actively supports black business. You say, hey, come to my barbershop. Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
So how do we get more of that? Because, like I said,
let me answer the question.
And then,
can I ask a question?
Hold on. I got you.
No, this specific Rose. Like, you haven't experienced bad customer service from black people or black businesses. So I'm gonna direct this question to the people who have.
No, I haven't answered the question yet.
You say you haven't.
I haven't experienced it.
So then, how can you give us a proper answer because you haven't really experienced it?
Because
that's like someone trying to say, how do you cure racism, but you haven't experienced racism?
Because before we started the pod, y'all said the thing about like, well, I might not have experienced it, but I felt like the price I paid for this, I should have got more.
Okay, so how do we fix it then? How, the people who have experienced bad customer service from black people and black businesses, how do we experience it? Someone that you don't have, glasses with, clouds because you haven't experienced it, so you should be unbiased then.
From your perspective. From your
that's what I'm saying. From your
own personal perspective.
As far as then, because I haven't experienced, cause I've been to lots, because me, when I see black-owned businesses, I go. And I haven't experienced like a bad experience at black-owned businesses, but I have like maybe the food wasn't as good as I thought it was, or it's advertised.
Yeah,
a certain way. Yeah.
Or I paid an amount for amount of food, and I felt like this ain't it.
Yeah, but that's something outside of their control.
It's their control because they cooked it.
Nah, because to them it might taste good.
It might taste good. It might
not. But my mom used to always tell me like, "Hey man, you might get an F in this class, but I better not ever see a bad grade for how you act, like behavior. So your customer service is something you can control."
Yeah. So as far as customer service, I don't know, because last time when I go to black businesses, I probably had Susie Q with me, and her face card never declined, so we always getting something for free or something like that.
So see,
I don't know.
How do we fix this issue in the black community? Because the first, like I said earlier, to fix an issue, you got to acknowledge it exists.
So Rose, I'm gonna let you finish, man.
Yeah. So as far as fixing the issue, it's just about. We talk about this all the time. Like, it ain't nothing new. It ain't rocket science. It's to treat people how you want to be treated. Like, just
but how do you as the customer fix the issue?
How's the customer fix the issue?
Because what you're basically saying is like, that's like saying, how do we fix racism? The easy answer is, yeah, treat people how you want to be treated. But that's not what's going on. So how do we, as the people that's basically experience these issues, what steps do we take to fix this issue?
I don't think a customer can fix the issue if the person is being rude to you.
Yes, you can.
Well, I don't know.
Don't go there.
I don't know.
Stop supporting. Write corporate. Write a Yelp review. Yeah, there's ways to fix the issue. That's like saying
no, but it's already happened.
Yeah, but I'm saying like,
oh, you're talking about the fixing. So if it happened to you, then how can we correct the issue?
Yes,
which is fixing the issue.
Okay. I'm thinking you should fix the issue.
You can't stop some shit before it happened.
Yeah,
it's a simple fact of like
correct.
The first thing is we got to acknowledge that black people do have bad customer service.
We also have to acknowledge that everybody has bad. We're not just go down black people. I thought this was a blackout. I thought this was a blackout.
I'm saying this.
I thought this was a blackout episode.
From the standpoint,
so why are we trying to down these black
support?
Folks?
Okay, so you saying it's not a problem? Okay, then cool.
I'm not saying it's not a problem.
We're not saying that. We saying it's a problem, but we saying from the
how about doing the HBCU because people not listening apparently. Did I not say it's a problem with PWIs? But I then gave solutions on what HBCUs need to do.
Yeah,
I'm not doing nothing different. I'm not changing. I'm doing the same thing for this conversation. I understand it's a problem for both sides. But how do we fix it in the black community?
I'm saying
now if you want to answer it, you have to acknowledge it's a problem. Yeah. I didn't like talking negative about HBCUs, But I have to acknowledge, as a black man that wants this to change, I have to acknowledge a problem exists.
But I'm saying, from the stand.
No, don't wave me off, Rose.
I'm not waving you off.
Let him talk. I didn't wave you off. That was she's talking. Let him talk.
No, go ahead. Finish.
All I'm saying is we cannot fix the problem if we don't acknowledge it exists. And I don't care what it is. Like even outside the black community, like if we're not going to say that poverty exists in America, how the fuck can we fix it then? Like is anybody willing to argue that point?
Hold up, dap me up.
That's all I'm saying.
All I'm saying
I have not said nothing different, Rose. Let him say that from the jump.
Don't call my name. Let him talk.
Am I saying anything
different? No.
Because I didn't say anything. I said let him talk. That's all I said.
He ain't saying nothing I don't agree with.
Okay.
Let him talk.
Because at the same point, I was like, nigga, shake my hand. Shake my hand right now. We gotta be willing to admit, as a black community, we have fucked up customer service. Yes. And I agree with that. So it's no hand wave, no shake. I guess what he's saying. So I'm agreeing.
That's what I said. Let you talk.
But I was talking first and he cut me off. So I'm just saying, you say let
it ain't no problem.
And I'm talking first.
Fuck all that.
You can't tell him that though.
Fuck all that. Hold on.
Yes.
Let's continue the pod.
Because he's
No.
very,
fuck all that, bro.
He's very positive about because he kept saying he was standing up and all that.
Nah, bro.
Let him say something.
Bro, fuck all that. I'm saying we agree on the stance of, hey, black businesses, y'all gotta be willing to take y'all shit, whether it's a hit or a knock or accolade, to saying, hey, yeah, we need to do better on this. We need to do better on that. Mm-hmm. And if you're a black business, trust you say you establish it on Google or Yelp. I'm a black business, black owned, doing this. Your core customer service is black people. Because when I can go on Google right now.
It's not necessarily core black people. Because lots of times it's they're making their money off non-black people.
But I'm saying
because people like y'all see a black business. Well, I might not want to go there because the customer service might not be that good.
Yeah, and that's the struggle. It's between black owned, and I'm like, I just want to go to a massage parlor that got the hot stone. Sometimes a man want the hot.
But so Vertizi, go on and finish what you were saying.
Man, we gotta train our people better on how to provide better customer service. So when we
gotta train them better. It's called manners. The parents need to learn how they raise their children up with manners. If they don't have manners, they don't have good customer service.
Some of these corporations teach you how to answer the phone.
And I'm gonna add this real quick.
No, they don't.
Manners matters.
Let Vertizi finish real quick.
And your business, it matters.
So some of these corporations teach you how to answer the phone. Like not all do Juiceman, you're right, but as someone who did contract security before, like we actually had a pamphlet that literally tells you, hi, this is such and such security company. My name is such and such officer. And they tell you this is how you answer the phone. And if you don't answer the phone like that, if there's like a supervisor nearby and they hear you not answer the phone like that, you will.
Boom, bitch. Boom.
Let's stop trying to fire people, y'all.
Only if you're black, you get fired.
But you will be critiqued, though. You will be.
But I'm saying, on a real though, let's be real though. On a boom, bitch. This such and such called me at this time. That said such and such. You got that one motherfucker out of everybody that says saucy as fit. Such and such called me at 2:30 p.m. on Tuesday, 2012.
I have no idea what you're talking about.
You know what the fuck I'm talking
about. The white people that call with the complaints and stuff like that. Corporate.
Okay.
But basically, like
I was like, I ain't know what you were talking about. And the reason why I'm saying
the training needs to be better is if you have a black business, most likely you're going to want to employ black people. But if we're saying that black people have bad customer service, which is what the main conversation was, like black people, not necessarily black businesses, then you need to hire black people. Well, guess what? If they're known to have bad customer service, you have to make sure any bad habits that these black people.
So hold it real quick. Hold it.
You have to knock it out of them.
No. You finished? Or you
done? I'm gonna give you a chance to say something.
If I'm Karen on a Tuesday, I ain't got shit better to do. Guess what I'm doing? At 2 p.m., I call the Georgia State representative on the Georgia prison. They didn't let me talk to my son. He's in the Georgia State prison. They didn't do XYZ. I talked to the officer and told him he's in the mental ward that needs to do X, Y, and Z. He's crazy. He's considered clinically crazy by the state. I need to have a phone conversation with him at this time. The time is 4 p.m. 400 p.m. 400. Yes, 400. That's on standard time. I need to speak specifically to him by himself, unattended, and I need to speak to him by himself. I need to rectify the situation. If I need to talk to him by his unrectified, that's the word, unrectified by himself. He doesn't need an officer by him. I need to speak to him positively by himself.
Karen, thank you for that call in. Thank you very much. But yeah, man, now, like to the point, we gotta just train black people better on how to give better customer service
by himself. By himself.
And we also have to teach black people how to deal with customers, because you're gonna have rude customers. And like I said, when I did security, we was always taught that we technically was customer service.
By himself.
So like even when we deal with people and they're being rude, we was taught like, okay, there's a way you respond to rude people when you tell them they can't park here, they can't do this, because people gonna be rude when you tell them they can't do something. And that's why I used to say I technically are delivering customer service. Like that's why I mentioned Chick-fil-A. Like, yeah, I'm pretty sure rude people come through Chick-fil-A, but they're trained on, okay, man, when this person says this, act this way, disarm them. And that
nigga, I ain't get my Chick-fil-A sauce. What the fuck y'all doing? What the fuck y'all doing, nigga?
I'm sorry.
And then you had to, hey man, I done came through this bitch 15 fucking times. Y'all motherfuckers ain't on no fucking.
That's when you respond, hey sir, I'm sorry. If you just come up here real quick, I'll make.
Hey man, I don't want to hear none of that shit.
Say that.
I want my fucking Polynesian sauce in my shit right now.
Say that, man. The reason why people don't
right now.
Why
fuck that.
Chick-fil-A customers don't experience bad customers because they close at 10.
Right now.
I mean, true, people ain't drunk by that time.
Y'all motherfuckers ain't open on Sunday. So let me get that Sunday service. Fuck all that. I need my Sunday. Fuck that. You know what? Let me add a coffee. If I add a coffee, y'all got me a cappuccino. Yeah. You know what? Fuck that. Fuck that. I done drove from Appleton County. Let me get the Appleton County service. Y'all niggas ain't no, excuse me. I'm sorry. Let me get an Appleton County service on Saturday because y'all don't open on Sunday. Yes, sir. My sir. Sir, I'm sorry. If you took any offense to what I said, I'm sorry, sir.
Yeah, for the last time though, man, we got to find a way to just train black people on how to provide better customer service through tutorials and stuff like that. And then when we see bad habits, making sure we reprimand them, accordingly, not just straight fine.
Appreciate you, sir. Yes, sir. Appreciate you.
Stuff like that. Because when people come to a business, they should feel warm and welcomed, And like I said at the very beginning, like you're right, Rose. Like it's not all black people. It happens with white people. But the whole point of the conversation, I've said this multiple times throughout the episode, is when a white person does something, they are literally just representing themselves. Like it's 2024. I know a lot of black people don't like this idea, but at the end of the day, you have to realize that it's a realization. You as a black person, you are representing other black people. So we all got jobs. If you do your job and you decide to do some fucked up shit on your job, you're making it harder for the next black person. And so if you decide to cut a white person hair, juice man, and you decide to fuck your shit on purpose,
that's wrong.
What's going to happen is wrong. But
what's wrong is every black person shouldn't be accountable for every black person because we don't do that with the white folks.
Time out. Did I not say, C's? That is not.
I don't know because I just came in.
It should not be that way. But we have to understand this is how it is.
But that's what
So,
it
That's the
is.
problem.
So,
That's the
like,
problem.
Why though?
It shouldn't be like that.
So
Why?
we need to ask that question. Why is that the problem? So we can hold every black person in customer service available for every black person, but we can't hold every white person available for every white person.
No, we can. We can, but that's not how society views it. That's my point.
That's what I'm saying. So how can we fix that problem?
But first of all, we don't have the control of that because we're not the majority in society. Like white people are the majority of society, so they control perception. That's no different than like, why is it that black quarterbacks are perceived a certain way? Why is it that black coaches are perceived a certain way?
But why
because white people perceive society. Now, what we have to do as black people is we have to understand we can't reinforce negative stereotypes.
Yeah, I understand that.
That's all I'm saying. All
I
I'm saying
understand
is
that.
when
But why we can give the white folks a pass, but we can't get a pass?
Ain't nobody giving the white people a pass.
You just gave them a pass.
Because time out. Listen to what I'm saying properly. We as black people, when we have a bad experience with white people, we internalize that as this is white people.
No, we don't. We're saying it's bad customer service.
No. Some people, a lot of black people do that. A lot of black people you talk to, the reason why they don't like dealing with white people or dealing with white stuff is because they had bad experiences with white people in the past, and that's why going forward you hear them talk in a derogatory way. Like every white person you met hasn't been racist, but if you met one or two racist white people, some black people then internalize that as like, boom, I work in law enforcement. Not every cop is bad. But we as black people internalize the police being bad because of the bad people we do see in the law enforcement industry. So we as black people, yes, for the most part, when we see white shit that's fucked up, yeah, we look that way. Like, bro, a lot of black people say, man, all the NFL owners are racist. They are not racist, but we're being realistic. But there's probably enough of them that are racist where we just feel like that.
Hold on.
Because they all represent.
We gotta change the narrative.
All I'm saying
Hold what you got.
We gotta change the narrative because all NFL owners and all NBA owners and all hockey owners, they're racist.
Okay, cool. You just proved my point. So
all of them.
So and that's all I'm saying.
But are they bigots? Bigots and racism is two different things. Racism deals with money. A lot of people don't understand that. And racism is money.
I'll add on to the point where it's like
to not get sidetracked.
Hold on. No. Before you get sidetracked, is between the difference between I don't give a fuck and I don't give a fuck and bigot is different. Cause this is what Juice Man. I add what Juice Man said. I don't give a fuck because it don't affect me to what says
and
it affects me.
To not get sidetracked on who's racist and bigots and all that. Because all those points are valid. But the point
every
is,
Canadian league, every fucking hockey league, name a city. I got 2 leagues that's in Canada. Winnipeg. That's the only Toronto and Winnipeg is the only fucking shit that's actually in Canada that I could say actively that's in Canada. They got a crowd that actively goes there. You can't say shit about them until they go to Canada. You only got 2 crowds. You got the Toronto Maple Leafs and the Winnipeg Jets. They left what city? Atlanta. The Atlanta Thrashers was trash. The Atlanta Thrashers lived to their name. They was garbage as fuck.
But the point is, every group of people get stereotyped.
That's what I'm saying.
Unfortunately, certain groups of people, like brown people, whether it's Hispanic or black people, we get more negative stereotypes than others. So with that being said, I'm arming you with the information. If you want to be blind to it and say, well, why we got to deal with this and decide not to handle it, okay, cool, that's your choice. Or you could be like, I want to fight against this, so I'm not going to promote some of this negativity in the black community, whether it's a welfare queen posting all this stuff. I'm not going to basically share that and promote it as if it's something that should be just laughed at. Or I'm not going to say it's okay that black people are rude when they have customer service. Or I'm not going to say that it's okay that when these young dudes are sagging their pants and stuff like that and doing ignorant stuff, that's okay. Like us as black people, we got to stop co-signing some of the bullshit that goes on in our community. So it can be known this is not acceptable behavior. When you do this shit, it reinforces the stereotype. The same way a lot of people feel like, and you and me had this conversation probably, Rose, some people put a negative stereotype behind dreads. Well, guess what? it's been enough people who had dreads that did negative shit that when you see someone with dreads, it creates that negative stereotype. So that's why it's important.
It's not
that when
called
people,
dreads.
It's locks,
it's
nigga.
not
It's
called
locks.
dreads. I tell you that all the
It's
time too.
locks.
And you
Dreads-
still haven't got it yet.
dreads locked. Let's be serious.
And you still haven't got it yet.
Let's be serious. Let's be
And
serious.
I'm being serious.
The point is,
I'm being serious.
so what is dreads then?
I'm backing it.
Locks. I'm being
Locks.
So what is
serious.
dreads?
So
I'm being
I'm
serious.
asking, what is dreads?
Dreads is like saying calling a black person nigga.
I'm being serious.
All right, so you want
We talk about that all the time. I say it's not dreads, it's locks.
So,
All right.
so time out. So basically, dreads is
Hold
a
on.
nasty word for locks.
Hold on,
Yeah.
you want me to
Yeah.
lock? You want me to burn the fire before
It's derogatory.
I burn the?
Okay, cool. Because I literally see people say they have dreadlocks.
Okay,
But
okay.
cool.
Hold on.
I don't.
Hold on,
I've
hold on.
dreadlocks.
Dreadlocks is
Hold on,
it's okay.
how many times have I said to you,
You can
it's
say
not dreads,
dreads.
it's locks?
Is this really
You can say
important?
dreadlock.
It
But
is.
you
It's
brought it
very-
up. You brought it up.
To bring another point.
I'm not gonna
Rose,
lie
I
to
said,
you.
how many times have I said it though? I said, don't say dreads, it's locks. How many times?
Versus-
Every time you
Rose-
say it.
Rose, I got you.
To me, there's no difference.
Let me get you.
That's why I literally asked. I was not joking with you right now.
Hold up.
I said, what is dread? So dreads is not locked.
This
I
is
was being
seed.
serious.
This is
That's
seeds
why
though.
when he said that's a negative connotation, I didn't know that dreads was considered
I
a negative
got you.
connotation.
But
I have told you that
Vertizi,
plenty of
No,
times.
you never told me it was a negative connotation.
he
What?
did. He has.
I
He
have.
has.
He hasn't said it's a negative connotation.
Yes,
He
I
said
have.
it's called locks, not dreads. But he's never said it was a negative
Never
connotation.
explained to you.
All right.
So why don't
on
you
the
know
pod?
everything else, but you don't know that?
Rose,
Because I see
I got you.
Time out.
Oh.
I see people who have dreads say they are
Hey,
dreads.
hey,
Yeah,
Vertizi, let me.
Exactly.
So Juice Man, online, there are not people who post themselves.
Hold up,
These
but
are
that's what I'm
dreadlocks.
saying.
Yeah, yeah.
Let me spark
Like,
the fire.
literally, to my head, the whole word is dreadlocks.
Let me spark
when
it.
people say that they have locks, I just assume that's something that we as a community, we just shorten it and just say half
It's
the
new.
word.
It's new.
Is the fire still burning?
it's
That's
new.
my question.
But my
It's
point,
no.
but my
It's
point, but my
No,
point,
my point is the fire still
but
burning?
my point was even about the dreadlocks or locks. My point was when you see a black person with locks doing something positive, it reinforces positive behavior behind that hairstyle. That was my whole fucking point, Rose.
Let me.
That was my
last time
fucking
you
point.
seen
So when you
somebody
see a black doctor
positive-
with, it's not funny. When you see a black person with with locks, that should be something that should be applauded because we got black people in our own community that don't want their own kids to have their hairstyle because of the negative connotation with the hairstyle, regardless of the word you use.
Right.
I don't care if you call it dreads or locks.
It's
Regardless of the word you use, there's a negative stereotype behind that hairstyle.
Right.
So it's
And you wonder why? Because of the
It's
young
not-
folks
Not,
because the
And that's my point. Because there are young folks who wear that hairstyle that have done negative shit. And that's my whole point. We represent more than ourselves.
Yes.
So if you want to be ignorant and say I do not,
you represent
you are harming the community. You are basically
you
one
have-
step from being a coon when you
You-
decide to
you
do shit
have-
and harm the community.
you have to like you said, you have to represent yourself. Yes. But
And
exactly
your community.
you have to when you represent yourself, you represent your community. When you represent your community, you cannot downplay, oh, this, and not downplay what's really going on. You have to point the enemy out, and we have to go at the enemy. We can't talk about, oh, we talk about this just because we want to do something. No, we have to talk about the enemy too.
Yes,
We need to talk about.
I brought that up multiple times.
We need to focus on the enemy. We don't need to. We need to focus on the enemy.
No, we can't just focus on
Yes,
the
we
enemy
do.
because we have to focus on what we have to do.
We have to focus on the
Malcolm
enemy.
X said before
We have to-
before we start letting
we
white people
need-
help us, we have to
we-
help ourselves first.
We need to focus on
That's
the
an
enemy.
actual quote.
We need to focus on the enemy
But how is that helping us by just
because
putting all our focus there?
because
You're not focused-
because
you're not helping
everybody
yourself.
because check it.
If black people
No,
be
check
educated-
it because the enemy. I didn't say who the enemy was, did I? I didn't say who the enemy was. I said we need to focus on the enemy. So
So who's the enemy then?
everybody that ain't you, that don't believe in what you believe in.
So I add on to this.
Let me explain that shit.
Let me break it down real quick.
Nah, I want Rose to explain that.
Everybody because
that kind of sounds like we're just throwing some black people away.
because you have to throw certain things away if they don't believe in what you believe in. Because if you believe in like hey, I believe in teaching my kids this, and this. I believe in if even if the baby mama and the baby daddy don't get along, I believe in the baby daddy should still be able to see a kid, and then but some people say, oh, but if they ain't producing or they ain't supporting the person, then they shouldn't be able to do it. Yes, they should, because things and images and things like this. Like I said, I don't believe in letting little kids use the internet, but everybody in the whole world is, oh, you got to use the internet so you can learn. You can learn this and learn this. But I don't believe. I believe the internet is evil. And having internet in your house at all times.
So time out. So basically, if you got a parent that feels like their kid can learn from the internet and they put parental controls on their computer and supervise it, you basically saying, because you don't believe what I believe in, we have two different causes, we can't work together? Because that sounds like people that try to divide MLK and Malcolm X. Like, yeah, we can have the overall same belief, but how to
take it that far?
But how to make it? Because I'm saying, like, bro, there are some black people that, yes, they're not going to completely believe in everything you believe in. You might be Christian, I might be Muslim, this person might be Jewish. Like, we may not have all the same overlying beliefs, but we want the same goals. We want black people to be successful. Now, black people that don't want black people successful, yes, Roseanne, I'm completely fine saying fuck them niggas. But if you want black people to be successful, but we just have different opinions on how to get there because of our personal belief system, then we need to sit down together and talk about how do we get black people here.
What I'm saying is we need to, as far as black people, if you don't support black businesses, you can't talk about how you support black businesses. Like saying that black customer service is bad. Most of customer service are black people.
What's supporting black businesses?
By spending your money there.
Time out, because somebody might not go to a black business spending money. Somebody might have given this black owner money to help start a business. Some black people might. I might not eat pork. So all you serving pork. But guess what? I'm always promoting your business every chance I get. Like, there's different ways to support. Like, we can't do that to black people because there's plenty of black people that they give support in many different ways. And when we make it,
most customer service jobs, who are working them?
Black people.
So how's black
conversation was black people have bad customer service.
How is that when they work most of the jobs? So that means all customer service is bad?
No, it goes to my point of black people represent more than just themselves. So who's smoking most of the customer service jobs?
At the black establishments.
No, at all establishments.
Time out.
It's a mix.
Let me be fast. Because there's gonna be some people in different parts that may hear this. Depends where you at, man. If we in Augusta, Georgia, where the black and white population is not that far apart, yeah. But if we in a lower part of Georgia, like North Georgia, where it's more white people than black people, then yeah, it's white people, bro.
But we're in 2024,
population.
So the customer service is online, all that kind of stuff.
But you see plenty of YouTube videos where it's a white person at the drive-through window or a white person at the cash register. Like I do, bro. I don't know. I do. Like, I've had white people serve me food. Like, you've never had white people serve you food?
I have plenty of people serve me food, but I'm just saying.
No, I said white people. Say white people.
I have plenty of people. Yeah, I have white people serve me food.
That's all I'm saying. So it's like, it depends on the area you at. If the area is mostly black.
And then most time when I go to a white person that served me food, I'm most of the time, it ain't the same thing as a black person serving me food.
Yeah.
The black person serving me food, or the black person serving me is going to treat me better than a white person serving me.
Okay, I definitely feel you on that. Like I said that from the jump. You don't feel the way that me, C's, and Juiceman feel on this topic. So because you don't feel that way, that's perfectly fine. I never told you once you had to change the way you feel.
I'm not saying I have to change my way.
All I said is it's hard if you've never been around drugs or you've never been met drug addicts. It's hard to really understand how to fix that issue. Like, we got people fixing issues that's never been around this shit. So if you've never really experienced bad customer service from black people, you probably gonna be like, well, I don't really know how to fix that issue.
Well, how we go? You said we fix it by write reviews and things like that.
No, we fix it with better proper training reprimanding people for when they do stuff they're not supposed to do, like some of these other corporations do.
Yeah,
like
that's what got me thrown off because you said when other corporations do it because you got like other corporations it's all white.
No, it's not the fact that it's not. What I'm saying is if basically you have a corporation, like regardless if it's a black owned or not, like if this corporation is bad with customer service and this one is good. The bad one needs to take from that. Like I'm not even talking about black owned businesses.
No, I'm not talking about black owned. I'm talking about black people. Like because it's just like we made it seem like black people are the only people that have bad customer service. I don't want to have this conversation. I don't want to have the pod thinking people thinking like, we're bashing them.
I said that multiple times.
Hey, let's pause it. Let's pause it.
We might have said it, but that's not what we're. That's not the thing that it sounds the loudest.
And then I'm saying, let's pause.
It's not this thing that sounded loud. All I want to say is like we want to end it on like, no, we are not the problem. Sometimes that happens, but we are not the problem. That's all I want. We don't want to broadcast that like saying, oh, black people had the worst customer service because that was the topic, and a lot of people was like agreeing, like, yeah, that's true, that's true.
I'm gonna pause it. I'm gonna pause it.
Disagree, and I said, okay, cool, but that's your opinion. So like there's nothing wrong with that. That's why I literally asked the question.
Hold on.
Your experience?
Hold on, Vertizi. On the sentiment of we are not saying that. That is not what we're saying at all.
Yeah, nobody has said that.
No,
you, me, and Juiceman have multiple times said. Yes, it's across the board.
If that's
my question is, where was this energy during the HBCU topic?
If we got that sentiment,
I'm saying when people was bashing HBCUs, I didn't hear one person say, "Oh, bro, don't just talk about HBCUs." I was the only one who said, "Well, this shit happened in white colleges too."
That wasn't the sentiment. It was the sentiment of why is the funds being mismanaged?
And the bill,
like when C said that, you didn't say, "See, white colleges misinform the money too."
But that's what I meant.
But my take on it was the fact of the bill. I talked about the bill.
Yeah, but I'm saying though, like when we have this conversation, don't go straight to
hold on.
bashing black people.
Hold on.
We're saying that in this situation, there are a lot of black people.
Pause real quick.
Bad customer service.
Pause on me real quick. What I'm saying is the sentiment, whether it's the college HBCU topic or the customer service topic, I don't want you to get the message it's construed. Black businesses are the only businesses that have black customer service. That is not the fucking question. It don't matter if a black person is working at a white establishment, an Indian establishment, or Asian establishment. It doesn't matter where they're working at. It's the sentiment of, hey, this black business that service mostly black customers, when we have these customer service issues, are you taking care of your core citizenship, your core fucking customer base, whether it's black or Asian? Are you doing this shit? Most of these businesses are going to be like, oh, I deal with mostly black people. So what the fuck am I going to cater to? Black people, whether it's an HBCU or a business. And that's what I get. That's all. Take everything we said as an establishment. That's the baseline.
Yeah.
But I'm saying as the point of this conversation is the black core, the black business. 2 down the block, Miss Sally Rose lives down the block. She's coming to get a massage. Guess who my core business is? Miss Sally Mae. It ain't Anime from Grovetown or Martinez or Miss Anime, Miss Sally Sue, Shong Chu, and fucking what's her name, Martha Guesta. It's fucking Miss Ann down the block. That's who the fuck I care about.
And what you're saying is the reason why I said, for you to fix the problem, we have to acknowledge it exists. Because, Rose, you could have took this stance, because you probably would have been correct. It might not be. Like, I'm surprised you didn't go from this angle. It might not be.
It's not about the angle. All I want to say,
it might not be about the black customers.
It's not the angle. What I was saying is, I don't want to end this on we bashing black people. That's all I said.
What I was saying was,
that's all I said.
From the jump, you said that you don't experience it, and you gave a little reason why. There's the other flip side of well, you know what? It might be the customer's fault, the reason why they receiving bad service. That's what I mean by how do we fix the problem, Rose? Like, once we acknowledge the problem is there, then it's like, hey, y'all, I agree with y'all. Y'all probably do experience bad customer service with black people. But y'all probably be fucking up.
At that point,
because then you can say, when I go there, Rose, when I go there, I smile to them, I talk to them respectfully, I laugh and joke with them. Bertiz, what do you do? C's, what do you do? Juicy, what do you do? Like, my whole point was, how do we fix the problem?
At that point, we gotta let the audience.
I don't care why.
We gotta let the audience say that and let the audience do that. So we can say our experiences, right? We can say we had our experiences, but we gotta let the audience say, "Hey, I've experienced this. Yes, I agree with this, but I haven't experienced this." That's all I'm saying.
That's perfectly fine, but I'm saying, like, when I did say, "Give me solutions for this problem," you have to acknowledge it's a problem first. And then once you acknowledge it's a problem, then you can go ahead and answer that problem and say how to fix it.
And the answer is really treat your same audience. Treat it as a business. Fuck all the accolades and all that. Oh, I got this stance. I got Yelp Reviewer 2020 and 2021. Fuck all that shit. What do your customers say? That's when you go back to your core shit. What do your Yelp and your Google customers say? Hey, or Uber drivers. It don't matter if you do DoorDash, Uber. It don't matter. What do they fucking say? When the people, it don't matter. I got people that sit in. It's only a certain core customer. It's 2024. I got a core certain customer that sits in my restaurants and eats. But I have even more people that take out from my shit. What do they fucking say? If I say, hey, I need a steak and cheese that says steak and cheese egg rolls, and I need a sushi that says California egg rolls, am I servicing what the fuck they want? So it's 2024. You don't have just a core business that just shops at your shit. You got an online business that actually portrays to your shit. Hey, I ordered a 20-piece wings from fucking Sunchi fucking Thai restaurant. Did they do the wings the fucking way I said? Yes or no? That's it. Core. And of course, so it's like, I get your sentiments and I hear all that shit. So it's like, we got to get to the point to where it's like, bruh, we have the core.
And that still doesn't answer, like, how do we fix that issue?
It's
like, if we're going to say that black people have very bad customer service, how is that issue fixed? It's a very simple question.
So this is it. This is the question. If you're a black business and you do your core,
I don't want to make it about black businesses because it's not black businesses. Like, it's black people. I don't want to make it black businesses.
You want to blame black people. Black people. Who's your core service? Who's your core business? Service to that. It doesn't matter if it's Thai. Oh shit. Guess what? I got a 10% core Thai business. That's my shit. That's where I need a service to. Do that. It doesn't take away from your black business. It services to your core fucking business. Guess what? I got a 20 or 30% business that's Thai. So it's like, let me service that. But when you have the conversation of, hey, my black business is fucked up. They treat me wrong.
So what's your final thoughts, C's?
So my final thoughts is like, hey, if you're a black business, your core black business, your 30, 40 fucking percent of your business is black business. Treat them right, and they will treat you right. I promise you. Fuck all the shit. Fuck all the podcasts. Fuck all the accolades. They will treat you right. If you treat black people right, they will treat you fucking 300 times better than you treat yourself. I promise you. Because at that core, that black audience, they matter. It means so much more to the community than you fucking exempt. It's like for that one, that 10%, that 15%, that's an asshole, that's a fucking cage, that just makes you want to like, I don't want to fuck with black people. I don't want to fuck with niggas. There's so many more that feed to the core. I will support you because you're black, because you're doing the shit I like, Because fuck the black shit. You have great customer service. Just because I am who I am. I went to your restaurant. I found that shit on Google. I found that shit on YouTube. Through your self-promotion. It's so much better than what I got. I promise you. I promise you. I don't promise you. I tell you. Better. And if you need a market, if you starting out in Atlanta, start in Atlanta. Then expand. Houston, Atlanta, LA, New York, Chicago. Because black people are in these centers. Detroit. Look up the 1960, 1970 fucking migration point. We're in these cities. We've been here. We are part of the poor congregation. The fucking migration shit. We're there. Look at a map. We're fucking there. Black people spend money. We spend $1.6 trillion on bullshit. So put it in the sense of if I promote a business, we'll be there. Whether it's Gucci. If I know Gucci, I can take my shit back to the store and say, Gucci, you shorted me, bitch. Bitch, hey, bitch. No, it's not hoe. It's not hoe. It's bitch. You shorted me. I got this leather bag. You shorted me shit. Guess what? I got to return my shit. Guess what they got to do? Because all I got to do is make an IG post now and tell them, hey, I got to turn my Gucci bag. I took $1,200 for this bitch. Guess what they're going to do? We going to make it right. Because I know if I don't, guess what you're going to do? You're going to post it on TikTok or the Gram or the Facebook or every other fucking platform. And we going to fix it. We going to make it right. So I'm telling you, these same businesses, stick to your core. Trust me. You might have the sentiment that black people don't own own their own shit. We do. We do. Trust me, we have that problem. Y'all think we don't come together? When it matters, we come together. It's the sad part is we had a teeter-totter between we say the shit when it fucking matters. But when it matters, are you fucking paying attention? So all that bullshit, whether it's rest in peace of Virgil Abloh. Dead ass, like he had a fucking whole sentiment. Fuck what Kanye talking about. Fuck Kanye. He a bitch. He a bitch. Elon Musk, fuck him too. So it's like the whole sentiment, trust me, we got a whole category. So fuck y'all. Black people, we got a whole fucking migrant movement on that whole fucking shit. It's a whole movement y'all don't see. We on that shit. So black businesses, do your shit, man. Fucking do your due diligence.
Yeah, man. This is the unfortunate thing when you got to talk about black issues, because sometimes you got to be negative and critique. It's no different than when former players have to talk about current players. You want to try to be as positive as you can, but the honest truth is, for a situation to get better, you do have to give criticism. But I always feel like when you give criticism, you got to be able to give like ways for them to improve. So like we got different households out there, and before you can start helping the neighbor out, you got to try to correct some stuff in your household first. So we have a lot of issues in our community. It's very prevalent as you listen to the pod, from our situations with HBCUs to the youth being disrespectful to adults, to how we misuse funds that are supposed to be used to elevate us, and all the way down to how we talk to even people that look like us, and talk to us like us being respectful and providing a good service to them. But in every situation, the good part is everyone can be fixed. We just got to come together as a community, and this has been a great Black History Month, and like Rose always says, man, you can educate yourself, go online, go to the library, get a book, read about your people, and love your people enough to tell them when they need to do better too. Rose.
Yeah, I ain't got nothing to seize. You got something else?
Real quick, man, I just want to say, hey, you got 500-600 years of history, whether you want to look at it from the African standpoint or the white man standpoint. You got 500 plus years of history. Like, it's anything you want to find out about, you can look at it. They try to suppress it. But whether it's the Afro-Caribs and the Iraq, whatever you want to look at, it's history out there. Y'all need to read a book. That like the sentiment, Andre 3000, he had a cartoon. Read a fucking book, bro. Read a book. Sentiment. Read a fucking book. It's so much history out there. You'll learn something new every day, whether you're mixed race, you're black, you're white. It's some shit out there. And I will tell you, do your research. It's modern day history being made every day, man. I'm gonna see Blackout. It's February 31st to me. It's March 20. It's March 2nd, but it's really February 33rd. February 23rd. Blackout, Black Business, Black It. If you want to black out our podcast, fuck you, because you ain't on the shit we talking about. So fuck you. But this shit gonna get out there. You hear me? Whether it's on Spotify, Apple Podcasts, fuck you. Eat a dick, ho. Eat a dick. You won't hear us. But Rose, man, finish stuff off, man.
Yeah, I ain't got none of Vertizen.
Hey, man, you want to hide something, someone put it in the book. In the words of Airbnb Rakim, peace.
Peace, bitch.
Yeah, we'll catch y'all at the next light, man. We in traffic. I'm back quiet.